Welcome to our special drive-through open house. I'm Dr. Nigel Channing, chairman of the Imagination Institute. On your tour today, you'll discover the 5 human senses. There's seeing, there's smelling, the grabbing one, grabbing, smelling, seeing, hearing and body odor. Those are the 5 human senses. Those are not the 5 human senses. Okay, it's a good thing we're recording just audio. This is video, I'm being told. On your tour, you'll discover how the 5 human senses spark the imagination. What is this little it's animated? You're going to edit it in. Fridgement? Is this a commercial for some sort of after-dinner snack? On your tour, you'll discover how the 5 human senses can spark the imagination. No, you cannot come, Fridgement. Little I do not want you interfering with the tour! That's good. Oh, you're gonna add the real name in post. That's great. That's great. This was, I'm never going to see this. Tonight, the Jungle Cruise is getting politically correct, so we're getting ready for Louis the Alligator and his girlfriend Ginger. One tough cookie. Raya and the Last Dragon will be in theaters and available through Disney Plus Premier Access on March 5th, 2021, and in Expedition Everest on April 22nd, 2023. Get ready for that. Satellite dishes and various electronic equipment is being slapped onto the Rainforest Cafe at downtown Disney for the new shop, Star Wars Mission Takeout. You've read WDW News Today. Now it's time for WDW News Tonight.
Live from the WDWNT studio in Orlando, Florida, it's WDW News Tonight with Tom Corliss and Nick Lo Cicero. Tonight, it's Voodoo versus Everglazed in a donut death match. We discuss our dream nap spots at Disney parks and much more. Now, here's your host, Tom Corliss.
Hello, I'm Tom Corliss, and all my exes call me a legacy boyfriend. Thank you for joining us. Please hit the like button, especially if you appreciate the effort that went in to that tight wig I had to wear for the opening of tonight's show. And if you haven't, please subscribe for more genuine content and the occasional nonsense like this show.
Occasional?
Occasional nonsense, yeah.
Oh.
I like to wear a lot of wigs and lab coats on this show.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. How's it going?
Oh, it's going great.
Yeah.
It's going great. Tom Brady's in another Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm on cloud 9. I'm excited. So excited. Another one.
They let you out of the touch lab for this?
Doesn't get old. I'm glad I switched teams.
Doesn't get old, just like the women you're attracted to.
Exactly. Tom Brady and my girlfriends, they never age.
Wow. Now the news. No.
Oh, the news.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking of Tom Brady.
It's a little out of the norm for you. Brought to you by the WDWNT Inner Globe Society. It's all right. We already cursed on this episode. It's fine. In a series of tweets, legendary actor Eric Idle revealed that he's never visited Journey into Imagination with Figment at Epcot. What is it like to live without that weight on your shoulders? I'm envious. He also seems he has forgotten much of his experience working on the attraction. Yeah, maybe it was all a figment of his imagination.
Worst joke.
Wow.
Got it out of the way early.
All right, everyone missed the cold open because they're used to us starting at 9:05.
Nah.
So no one has any idea that there was like this big special open to the show. It started when a Twitter user sent Idol a picture of Figment and asked if there were any more plans to work with him. Idol responded that he loved working with Don Rickles,
So good.
which sparked some confusion. For the record, Don Rickles is not purple. I don't know if people knew that.
Yeah.
Somewhat scaly, but not purple. Idol cleared up his mistake and said he had forgotten Figment and confused him with Devon and Cornwall, the two-headed dragon he and Rickles portrayed in Warner Brothers' Quest for Camelot. Yeah, you know what I don't remember? Quest for Camelot.
I don't like this.
Yeah, me neither. It's bad. Another Twitter user said that if even Idol doesn't remember the attraction, Disney should put it out of its misery. In fairness, I do often stand outside the attraction yelling, "Bring out your dead." Idol defended, not dead yet. Idol defended forgetting the attraction by saying, quote, "To be fair, I never saw the finished thing. I just recorded voices in LA. When Idol was reminded that he didn't just record voices but was also on film, he said, okay, thanks." Idol learned this response tactic at the Tom Corliss School of Blogging. It's unclear if Idol remembers filming the short-lived journey into your imagination either. He has in the past brought up his experience on Honey, I Shrunk the Audience. That classic. Safely. An entirely new story is set to come to life on the Jungle Cruise at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom and at Disneyland Park. To continue the initiative addressed by Josh D'Amaro recently, significant scene changes are being made to make the ride more culturally sensitive. Quote, "Cultural sensitivity is a big concern for the company," said Brittany, who now works at Lotus Blossom Cafe in Epcot. Changes include... It's bad when you say the name of the food in the foreign language and they're like, "Did you mean the croissant, sir?" Yeah. Changes include the party being chased up a tree by a rhino will now be a pack of ethnically diverse explorers, and a new scene that'll show apes taking over a sinking Jungle Cruise boat. I feel like this is a commentary on Disney executives and maintenance. They got away with it. Disney promises the changes will offer more humor, wildlife, and skipper heart, and also reflect the respect and value the diversity of the world around us. That world is the one not seen in It's a Small World. Imagineer Kevin Lively, former Jungle Cruise skipper, and a man wearing my shirt, shared a video message about the project, which you can view on our site. It's my shirt. Stop wearing my shirt. While these changes seemingly line up with the release of the Jungle Cruise movie, now set to release this year, it has been confirmed that there will be no significant ties between the changes and the Jungle Cruise movie. Original thought? What? How this got past this guy, I'm not sure. Someone slipped this one by him. Yeah, no movie tie-in. That's good. Happy about that. We're going to talk about Jungle Cruise later.
That's what they say now.
Yeah, that is what they say now. What they say now and what they do sometimes are two different things. But although maybe that just says they have zero faith in that movie. Who knows? It's not a good sign, maybe. The Disneyland Resort has announced that those guests who had an annual passport when the parks closed, yes, those ones that were canceled and refunded, will now be known as Legacy Pass holders. The 30% merchandise discount previously announced is still in place until February 25th. What is new with the announcement is that after that date, these Legacy Pass holders will still get their food and merchandise discounts at Downtown Disney and Buena Vista Street. Yeah, I'm sorry to tell Disney that all my credit cards were canceled and are now Legacy credit cards, and they'll have to accept those as payment. That credit card was valid on March 14th, 2020, so it should be fine. Yeah. The Disney Skyliner was closed for several days this week for maintenance. This was the first time the closure was scheduled, though. Well, it looks like Disney has started installing cell towers with capabilities to add 5G to Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. 5G is also what Disney is spending on the entire overhaul of the hotel currently. Restaurants and restrooms at the Polynesian were shut down last weekend after construction crews cut a water main. Ohana was happy to be closed, as it was the first time no one was able to blame their guests for the restrooms being out of service. Oh, boy. Too many noodles. In refurbishment news, the Rivers of America has been nearly refilled after being drained for maintenance and spare change retrieval. Yeah, no word yet on where Josh Tomorrow's kids will be skateboarding now. Nope, all right. Walt Disney World has released a Haunted Mansion door hanger that said Foolish Mortals on it. They misspelled Foolish Mortals. Yeah, instead of throwing them away, Bob Chapek has ordered cast members to turn the F into a P. So pick up your Polish Mortals merchandise collection just outside the Germany pavilion at Epcot. I think Ezra has a pierogi. Gus, I don't know. What else? What else? Yeah, sauce. I don't know what else. What else is synonymous with Poland? Don't let Axel answer this. What'd you say?
Oh, pierogies.
We said pierogies already.
Sorry, I missed that.
All right, I'm gonna move. Before Axel says anything else, we're gonna move on.
Donuts.
Microphone off, please.
How many hitchhiking ghosts? Never mind. A piece of track was recently removed from Primeval Whirl, suggesting, shut up. A piece of track was recently removed from Primeval Whirl, suggesting rumors are in fact true that Disney is working on a new attraction, Chester and Hester's Runaway Railway. The madcap adventure that can go anywhere. Expected this summer, the Harambe Theater at Animal Kingdom theme park will host the fan-favorite troupe of musical storytellers, along with Simba and his friends, in the Festival of the Lion King. When it returns, the show will be called a celebration of Festival of the Lion King, as it'll be presented in a modified format with less performers. Apparently, a taste of the Festival of the Lion King was deemed inappropriate, as Jico is closed. In an unrelated story, Disney announced they're finally renaming Disney's Hollywood Studios to a celebration of the Disney MGM Studios. Some expansion, huh? Beginning February 16, 2021, as part of the Disney Vacation Club's 30th anniversary celebration, DVC members can participate in a scenic selfie scavenger hunt and collect souvenir buttons at all 4 parks. That's right, folks. Give the company $80,000, and then they'll make you take your own pictures. I noticed the DVC members in the room didn't laugh. State of Florida CFO Jimmy Patronis, and also Harry Potter character, released an open... released an open letter to the International Olympic Committee encouraging them to move the 2021 Olympics from Tokyo, Japan to Florida. In his letter, Patronis cited Walt Disney World's operations and specifically the NBA bubble as reasons they could successfully host the Olympics. When the Japanese heard someone cite Walt Disney World's operations, a hearty dubbed laugh was overheard. Patronis also asked that Florida-specific events be added to the Olympics, namely alligator wrestling, airboat racing, and changing lanes without a turn signal. Those will all be new Olympic events. Yeah. In 2021, oh boy, in 2019, we learned about Monsters at Work, a Monsters, Inc. spin-off series coming to Disney+. An interview with Collider, which I believe usually just covers People Mover news, Billy Crystal gave an update about the series, revealing that he already has recorded several episodes. On an unrelated note, Monsters at Work is what we call the food blog when they take pictures of cake with those nails.
Wow.
That's the news. Nick, who brings us the news?
Not going to tell you. I'm going to let this person tell you.
Brought to you by WAITS,
I forgot.
the WDWNT Interglobe Society. Support WDWNT to get early and exclusive access to content you can't find anywhere else, including exclusive post shows for WDW News Tonight and Park Center each week, exclusive programs detailed and ride rehab watches, access to our Discord community, and much more starting at just $2 a month. For more information, go to patreon.com/WDWNT or visit WDWNT.com and click the Patreon link. Join WAITS and help make this and other shows happen.
See, that guy did a much better job than I would have done. So, just let him
Not
do it.
you, Wazowski, that guy.
Right.
Wow. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about those Jungle Cruise changes. We also have the first ever donut death match.
I think we have some donuts back there.
Yeah, Nick and I are competing in the donut death match, which is also kind of a competition between Everglazed donuts and cold brew at Disney Springs and Voodoo donuts at Universal's City Walk. So it's a battle between Nick and I to identify the donuts, but also a battle between who makes the better version of a similarly flavored donut.
Because I'm from New England, I mixed in some Dunkin' Donuts.
I
as
like
well.
Dunkin' Donuts. That's
There's some French crawlers over there.
Did you make a Mounds coffee again that they then ripped off? We ever told everybody that story? I don't think we ever
No.
You want to tell that story?
I don't remember it, so go ahead.
You used to make one.
Oh, the mom.
It's not even my story. It's yours.
Where I had to mix up the syrups to make a Mounds.
But that
iced
was before.
coffee.
Then they officially
Yeah.
did one, but you used to do it before that.
Yeah, I'm sure I did.
Wow. All right. I remember it more than he does, apparently. I don't know.
I'm glad I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You ruined it. We'll
I'm
move
sorry.
on. All right. And then we also have. This is the lazy fat guy episode. We have donuts we're going to eat.
Donuts.
And then we're also going to
Napping.
discuss our dream nap locations in the Disney parks if you could nap anywhere. in a
Right on
Disney
top
park.
of some Everglazed donuts.
Sounds messy.
Soft.
Okay. All that and more coming your way tonight. Stick around.
I did.
Do you like Wishables? Do you hate squeezing bags of plush in front of children and your peers? Are you running out of money and own 476 Jessies from the Toy Story Mania collection? Well, it's time for your wish to come true with Wishables X-Ray Goggles. Wishables X-Ray Goggles can see through the blind bags of these popular collectibles so you know what's inside. Stop making a scene crinkling loud bags in the middle of a store during a global crisis and shop with confidence using these sleek and stylish X-Ray goggles. The Wishables X-Ray Goggles can be assembled by collecting 4 pieces randomly packaged in blind bags. Collect them all, and then you build specs. Want to know which X-ray goggle pieces are in each bag? Well, then you'll need the Wishables X-Ray Goggles. For only $500, you'll know that you're buying all 4 of the pieces you need to see through each and every Wishables blind bag. You'll save thousands of dollars and your pride. Wishables X-Ray Goggles and Wishables X-Ray Goggles are now available wherever Wishables are sold. Get yours today.
Disney's Magical Express will no longer be servicing Orlando International Airport come January 1st, 2022. What are you going to do, take an Uber like a trash person? Are you going to take a minivan? That isn't going to exist either. Why don't you take a ride in Nick's Maxi Van? Nick's Maxi Van is proud to be the only thing in Orlando launching October 1st, 2021. Just schedule your trip online and Nick will give you his personal phone number. Hell, even if you don't schedule it, he might give it to you. Coordinate your pickup time with Nick and we'll greet you at the airport at your baggage claim. Don't worry about getting your bags, Pete ran onto the tarmac and got them for you. Once we have you and your luggage, and have successfully shaken the fuzz, it's into the Maxi Van. This tricked out 1989 Chevrolet G20 will whisk you away in style to your $300 a night hospital-themed room at Disney's Pop Century Resort. Inside, find a selection of assorted candies and chocolates, already open soft drinks, and inexpensive foot baths at every seat. You can also enjoy our personal entertainment center featuring DVD copies of We're Back and That Thing You Do, but not before watching a charming video preparing you for your vacation hosted by Maria of Chatter Me Disney. For a more personal experience, feel free to turn off the TV and listen to Nick's favorite water park stories. Once we arrive at your destination, we'll drop you off at the guard shack while Pete argues with security as to if a mobile food order is valid for resort parking. What convenience! So don't worry about your transportation any longer. You won't have to wait 60 minutes for a smelly bus full of tourists and hope that your luggage made it on board with Nick's Maxi Van service. Again, the only attraction in Orlando launching October 1st, 2021. Facebook tonight by calling 407-WDIDNY or online at geocities.com/NickMaxivan257100-121.
I'll be waiting for you. I'm already there. Just look outside your window.
This is where the early planning is taking place for our so-called Disney World project.
It is a showplace dedicated to entertain, we hope, with a purpose.
The biggest celebration Walt Disney World has ever seen. Its 50th anniversary.
For a long time we've been staring at construction.
With entertainment gone, it feels more like destruction.
Like the maze of walls, our pleading calls have all just gone ignored.
What if we had a park worth paying for?
Yeah, right.
That's what I said, a park worth paying for. I want a park that's filled with cast and Imagineers named Joe.
A park that's not just all IPs and no more canceled shows.
I couldn't care less what they add if it screens or trackless. Just stop removing all the classics. Great movie ride.
Bet the locals love the mountains in New Orleans.
And the resellers that fill up merch in trash bins.
You can guess what we have missed the most since Backlot closed its doors.
What do we want a park worth paying for?
A park that follows through with plans and fixes things that break.
How about spends money on their staff and less on new cupcakes?
We lost minivans but kept Dapper Dan, so it's really not all bad. At least there's breakfast at Lunching Pad.
There's a park in Japan that's unlike any other.
Yet the park nearby's the main one that we cover.
When something's new, it needs reviewed. We're the first ones at the door. And all that we want is a park worth paying for. Wish that I had a park worth paying for. A park worth paying.
Welcome back to News Tonight. That was cute. Very cute. What's happening this week on Disney Plus? Probably something not cute. This week on Disney Plus, Star Wars babies. They ruin your childhood. He's a lightsaber in the eye. Baby Grievous. I wonder if he had a cough as a baby. Just always had it.
That's
Born with the
amazing.
condition. Let's just leave Baby Grievous up the rest of the show. Baby Kenobi. I can't anymore with this show. All right. So, we were trying to have a Carousel Products item released this week. You may remember last week we released, thank you, Rex, this stylish hat. That was last week, right? I have no concept of time anymore. I think it was last week. We have a couple left in the smaller sizes of the hat. They're still available at carouselproducts.com. But we were going to try to have the third release. I'm going to fix this hat now because it's going to bother me. We were going to try to have the third release of our Cast Pantry benefit shirt tonight, but they got hung up a little Obviously, shipping is still a little weird with COVID. Things still take a bit longer than they used to. And so with that, we don't have the shirt ready for tonight. We're going to show it to you, though. We have a look at it. We have a red one this time. This is going to be released in 4 days and 14 hours and 34 minutes. So that's going to be February 2nd. Was that Tuesday? Is that right? Yeah. So on Tuesday, this is going to release. We ordered yet another 300 of these, and they have sold out in less than 24 hours every time. So my suggestion is to make sure you're ready at carouselproducts.com for our third release of the Cast Members Are the Magic shirt, where full proceeds go to the cast member pantry, which makes sure that Orlando and Anaheim cast members who either furloughed or unemployed can put food on their table. A great cause and a great shirt. We've seen people wearing them all over. They're really cute. We love them. And we thank you for supporting them. You've blown a fuse again.
The Star Wars babies.
The Star Wars babies will blow out all your
Baby Jar Jar
fuses.
chewing on the wires again.
The other thing I want to talk about with Carousel Products, next week, obviously, we have a very special show. We're on for 3 hours. Next week, it is Tom and Nick's California Adventure, a celebration of 20 years of DCA. But also next week, we're celebrating 5 years of WDW News Tonight, which is hard to believe. We've come a long way since the
days when I used to make up iced coffee flavors, apparently.
You don't even remember. It was so long ago you don't even remember.
So long ago.
Don't even remember
It's like
doing
another
it.
lifetime.
That was before the anvil.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I forgot what I was going to say now. So next week we're celebrating, it's a big 3-hour show. We're celebrating DCA. We're celebrating 5 years of us.
Yeah.
So next week there are 2 very special things coming from Carousel Products. Number 1, a DCA 20th anniversary collection. It is several items, all very limited. And I think, honestly, I think it's the best stuff we've done so far. And the other thing we're going to do next week is we're going to have a special sale of the News Tonight products in honor of the 5th anniversary of the show. We have the magnets and the shirts and all that stuff on there. That'll be on sale next week. So there'll be plenty for you to buy next week. I will tell you, I don't think the Cast Pantry shirts are going to make it to Thursday. Just a guess, based on what's happened in the past. But nonetheless, we'll have all that new stuff for you on Thursday. Stay tuned for more info. And if you're a Wigs member, I think we're going to preview the DCA merchandise early for you. You'll get to see that first.
Any deals for the legacy WDW News Tonight viewers?
Legacy Wigs.
Legacy Wigs? No,
Legacy Wigs.
If you were kicked out of Wigs last week, we probably didn't want you. So, you know. Oh, man. Derek's face right now, man. All right. So, sticking with controversial statements, the Jungle Cruise was announced last week. That was this week?
This week.
This week. I don't know what day it is. The show's on Thursday. I know what day it is. It was announced this week that they're going to be making major alterations to the Jungle Cruise at Walt Disney World and Disneyland. We know at least 2 of the new scenes. We know the Rhino scene. We're going to be getting this group of explorers who have lost their boat and are now being run up this pole by a rhino. And meanwhile, their boat has been taken over by a rather comical group of chimpanzees who are doing some funny things. One of them's acting like a skipper. Another one's playing with butterflies. There's one with an umbrella on the roof, etc. This is part of a whole new story where there will be a skipper and a crew with their own sort of side story happening while we're going along the river, which is the first time they've really put in a strong narrative for the Jungle Cruise, other than Jingle Cruise, probably. But nonetheless, this is happening. This is part of that initiative, which includes Splash Mountain turning into a Princess and the Frog attraction. This is the next step in that process. I know we speculated a lot what would be next when we did those Splash Mountain discussions, and they were very long, and I know we touched on Jungle Cruise. But now that day has arrived, and I want to know what everyone on the panel thinks. By the way, the panel, Eric, Axel, Wolf, all joining Nick and myself. What do you guys, Axel, why don't you go first?
No, I mean, it's still great. Like, they talk about things making politically correct, and they call me. So, well, there's, how to put it, it bothers me less than Splash Mountain, definitely more than the Redhead.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, the redhead bothers me more. I said that wrong.
Yeah.
Thank
The
you.
redhead
Okay.
bothers me more.
Reverse it.
Yeah. I was like, what did I just say? No.
I was like, people generally like this one.
No, it depends what scenes. Now we only seen like 2 scenes, and there's one like the one with the pole, like maybe a bit outdated. Like you have
Please
this,
stop talking about the polls. Can we move on?
I mean,
we already talked about Polish mortals tonight. We
Wow. I already probably have hate mail. It's fine.
No, that one is definitely due for an update. I don't know that. There's a few things where I'm like, oh, should they touch this, or what is the borderline of correctness and what is still like real life? I mean, the indigenous people, even up on this day, you go to the South of America, somewhere in the jungle of Brazil, Chile, I don't know where, you're gonna find those tribes, and at that point, we, the white faces, are in their territory. They have all the right to attack us. So I'm like, no, they do.
I'm not familiar with tribal law. I have no idea.
No, but
I know Florida. If someone comes on your property, you blow their face off.
There you go.
I don't know about the jungles.
County.
I don't know the jungles of Brazil. I have no idea.
I was just about to say, you come into my neighbor's backyard in Polk County, hey, you don't need to ask for it.
I've often heard, though, that living in Florida is worse than living in the jungles of Brazil.
It probably is. But I think that they shouldn't touch everything. The whole explorers thing, I get that. You have like people of different color.
I think it's arguable if the tribal scenes are offensive, right? Because you got to remember, like Mark Davis did a lot of research and a lot of actual travel to places where there were these indigenous people, and him and Alice collected indigenous art. They had a large collection of masks and all sorts of things, and so his representations were meant to be accurate. So is that like they're not? Those aren't joking scenes. They're they're the more serious scenes of the ride. It's not like the animal scenes where there's cute little funny things going on. These are meant to represent like real dangers of, maybe, white adventurers going into places they really shouldn't have gone in the 1930s and culturally appropriating masks and props. Harrison Hightower there. Disney has a whole ride that where someone who did that gets what they deserve. Harrison Hightower ends up stealing an idol and it's cursed and he gets killed, gets thrown down an elevator shaft,
I'd be happy if one of those scenes went, because it's one of the most awkward parts of the boat ride where they're asking everybody to get down and no one gets down. So now
don't
we don't
ask
have to
me
worry
to
about
do things.
Yeah, now we don't have to worry about that.
This is
anymore.
America.
Oh, I hate that. Like looking around, is anybody else gonna duck? No, good. All right.
Yeah.
So get that out of there. Yeah.
I saw on I think it was The Onion this week, their headline was that white missionary, Disney was installing animatronic white Christian missionaries in the jungle to convert the tribes people. So that was kind of,
which is a good Onion piece.
Perfect Onion headline. I'm okay with this, what they're doing. I'm okay with making creative changes to this because they're not trying to, as far as we know, what they've said, they're not going to try to cram the Jungle Cruise movie into it. If they were trying to just hey, look, is that the Rock in the jungle over there? I would be pissed off.
This was a
really this is probably overdue to do this, and I think as long as they do it tastefully and they still keep a little bit of humor, it sounds like they're going to keep a little bit of that kind of Mark Davis style humor. Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Where'd you get that idea from? The fact that they said Mark Davis 500 times?
Yeah.
Can we talk about that?
We like Mark Davis.
Let's talk about this for a second. It's as if they knew there was someone out there who in the past has fought for Mark Davis. And they're like, we really got to, if there's one person we got to win over, we're touching a Mark Davis ride. Let's make sure he doesn't get angry. Mention Mark. But at the same time, I'm on board because I like the people involved. I think all the right people are involved with it. These are people who did Jingle Cruise and Skipper Canteen and those kind of things, which I think enhance the Jungle Cruise story tremendously. And so those things feeding back into the ride, giving back to the ride, the same way the Pirates movies kind of did with the Pirates ride. And I know some people think those are mixed results, but Certainly, Pirates was a very big thing for a long time, and you can't deny it was a great move to add Jack Sparrow and those characters in a very similar fashion. Jungle Cruise inspired, Sea and Skipper Canteen and all these other things, and now all that lore, that Disney adventurer lore that's developed in the 65 years since Jungle Cruise opened at Disneyland is now kind of going to give back. It's all going to come full circle. I like that the vignettes look cute. So between the fact that it's the right people, it does look to have like that Jungle Cruise heart. I think if anything, what this proved is if it's the right idea, people on the internet will respond positively. I think the Disney company sometimes like to pretend like everyone's very unreasonable. And I think with Splash Mountain, they like pretended everyone's just being unreasonable, like this is the right decision. But then I think it shows you the difference when you announce this Jungle Cruise change, and I don't think there was nearly, like I would say,
there wasn't like a massive backlash.
Very minuscule percentage of people are offended that they're changing this ride, which I think again speaks to you're not taking away things. You're not taking away the scenes that mean something, right? We always talk about, when you update an art exhibit, right? You don't replace the Mona Lisa. You replace the exhibits around the Mona Lisa, right? And so when you're working on Jungle Cruise, what do you not do? Well, we got to change the rhino scene. We can't get rid of the rhino.
Yeah.
People love the rhino. Change the people on the pole. No one cares who's on the pole. The joke works the same, right?
Yep.
You're not touching the elephant bathing pool.
Yeah.
You're not touching anything that genuinely means something to someone.
I've always thought it was like the temple, inside the temple. They could kind of change that, like in my
Tokyo
perspective.
did.
Yeah,
Tokyo did this whole projection thing in there.
It's
which
like
is super
that's
cool.
one of those things that it's just like no one really cares.
Well, that didn't offend anyone, so they're not going to touch it.
Well, that's
So
the
that's a
thing.
problem.
Yeah.
That's going to rot for another 40 years.
Yeah.
But the things that offended people, we're going to get to tomorrow instead of doing it all at once.
Maybe add a couple Wi-Fi hotspots in there too for life.
Right on top of the rhino pole.
Right. One in the tunnel.
5G. It's brown. Brown one.
Yeah.
But would you really do you think that somebody like mailed to the Disney company and said like, hey, we've seen that there's one white dude on that pole on the very top, and all the other ones are black. That bothers me. I'm like, I'm okay. The idea is wrong.
Yeah.
But let's be honest. If you are going on a safari tomorrow, and you're going to go to Africa, and you're going to say like, hey, I want to do a safari, and I want some people around me that know their way, know the animals, can protect me from the animals, can show.
But the
like,
difference
let it be
today,
clear,
there's
it's
a
not gonna
very
be white
different
people.
dynamic in the real world, right? In the 1930s, they're kind of more like servants, which is going to make people uncomfortable. I've always been uncomfortable with the Disneyland one in particular. Like, I passed that scene, I was like, oh, that survived, okay.
And that's with the whole uniform thing, that's definitely wrong. And I think it really doesn't matter. And like you say, people are going to pass it by and say, oh, the rhino, but never look really what.
I think
who's
at
on that
Disneyland
pole.
people notice, and I think at Disneyland, like, legitimately people are like, I can't believe that's here. And I'm kind of surprised it lasted as long as it did. In a world where in 1997 they were already fixing pirates at Disneyland with the men chasing the women, I'm stunned that into 2021 that scene made it. Like, that makes people uncomfortable. That makes me uncomfortable, so I get it. Like, that scene, I understand. I think definitely, I would say over the years, it's got to be 100 times more people were offended by that scene in Jungle Cruise than the auction scene in Pirates, probably.
Right.
And I'm not saying they never got complaints about the pirate scene. I'm sure they did. But I think they got way more for Jungle Cruise over the years, probably.
Yeah. This also looks like something they can probably do. They can probably turn this around pretty quickly.
It doesn't sound like the ride's going to close.
I don't. Yeah, I think it's.
Yeah.
You know.
Very cool.
They're going to put up a tarp, and for you ride the ride with a missing scene for a couple weeks, and then.
Well, you do think they're gonna, like, where would you put the boat?
I don't know where the boat goes.
Because what I always
is that where the canoe is? Like maybe the bone canoe.
That's or I mean, where for me it's like the part where you pass and you're like, oh, the plane, and this is where I took my crash course and all that. I'm like,
yeah, but I think they're trying to cover the offensive stuff, though, right? So I don't think we're losing anything. We're not losing, I think, just some green space.
But
what about Trader Sam and the shrunken heads?
That's the real question: is Sam going to survive?
Yep.
I don't think at Disneyland he does, because the Sam at Disneyland is Mark created a much more cartoony character for the final character in Florida, right? Still offensive probably to a different race of people, but nonetheless, he's not great either. But I think the Disneyland one is probably not coming back.
Other question: can we have it here in the studio? I would like it to come in on Thursday.
If we had Reagan,
hey Sam, how are you?
We had Reagan, so you have anyone in this place.
I also think like the boat with the monkeys. Like I know they're saying this is not going to be a tie into the movie.
Yeah.
The boat with the monkeys is the easiest thing they can have in the movie. Like if you think about it.
Yeah.
Does this
And
also,
like-
We also the thing that bothers me, I like
That's
the boat with the
definitely-
monkeys, but it's kind of similar to the gorilla scene.
It is. And that's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
very
Like,
similar.
is this isn't going to replace the gorilla scene? It's
No.
they're going to have two along those
So
same
you have
lines.
two primate taking over your stuff scenes.
But to Eric's point there, I think that it's going to be very easy for them to put these gags in the movie, right? Aren't we going to expect some of
The
these
movie's
gags
done,
in the
though.
Yeah, but aren't we going to expect some of these gags in the movie?
Who knows?
Because that's, I mean, you had some of the Pirates gags in the pirate movie.
I don't know that Jungle Cruise ties in that. The only things we know is like, so the Rock's character plays this guy who runs like this jungle tour company. And
Don't take him
all of
for
the
granted.
things from the ride are like produced, right? So they're like fake things. So the backside of water, he pulls a rope, like water shoots over the top of something, all those things. I think that's kind of it. I think that, and supposedly there's sea references. That's the other thing.
Hopefully.
Supposedly.
do we think this is,
Supposedly.
does it seem like the plot to the Jaws ride a little bit too much?
Yeah. It is now, because now you're seeing like the skippers out in the world, right? And Jaws, you had the sunken boat. You had,
And honestly, I would, and I'm not speaking for those people, but if I would be on that sinking boat that sunk here, and I see those monkeys, like, are you thinking I'm a monkey?
Yeah.
It, like that scene, I was like, does that come out of real life?
I want to know what came first. Like, did the boat sink and Imagineers were like, well, that's a scene.
No. The boat sank first.
Alicia said.
And then they came up with the scene.
Yeah. I don't doubt that. I don't.
I mean, it
don't
was a
doubt- They're
funny view,
fast tracking these things, and I don't think this was planned before the summer.
The one thing that I really liked about this whole video was this one Imagineer, his sea pin.
Oh, Kevin Lively, yeah.
That was like, it was there. You could not miss it.
Yeah. They sold that
It
pin.
is there. Yeah,
That was at Destination D.
You have 2 or 3. I don't doubt that.
I have one. One, and my shirt. My great shirt. And so everyone was commenting underneath, oh, what a great shirt. I was like, yeah, it is a great shirt that I've worn on 400 shows already.
But that's one of the things where I would like to see more sea.
I think you're
My
going
question- Here's my theoretical question here: are those people members of C that we have not met yet?
We also have a lot of faceless sea members.
Yeah.
So number one, the queue at Mystic Manor has a bunch that never ended up anywhere. And number two, the paddles at Disneyland, at Tropical Hideaway, there's a bunch of sea-like exploration paddles. There's a bunch of those that have never existed, like just made-up people that that have never been a part of any lore. So maybe some of them are going to finally work their way in. I don't think you're getting the existing people. I don't think Mary Oceaneer's there. I don't think Adam Merriweather Pleasure's going to be there, as much as I'd like to see that. But, yeah.
I think as long as they don't, there's still the possibility of them sneaking stuff in that they're not going to announce, though, too. So it'd be interesting to see what
There's
the
more.
what
There's
the
gotta be.
final version looks like
Yeah.
before we totally pass judgment, because we've learned that here.
I think we're cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, I think so. I'm actually always for looking at classic attractions that have aged and seeing where we could update them. And so I think this looks like a positive update. I mean, you could put, the impetus to do this is the cultural diversity angle. But I think it was overdue anyway. I mean, I think this is something Disney should be looking to do.
This is the only way we get ride updates now, is if
right.
someone's offended.
Yeah,
because otherwise the money will never be spent. You know?
So is this gonna? Are we expecting this to start before they even start on Splash? Like,
I think this will be done before they start on Splash.
Okay. Wow.
They said they hope by the end of the year.
Yeah.
They
And that's the
hope by
thing
the
that
end
bothers me way less than with Splash Mountain, is that at least they come forward with this message like, we want to make this right the verse. And that poll is going to have like different explorers, and the third one from the bottom, he's gay, she's this, he's black, he's white, so we have everybody there, which is okay. With Splash, it was more like, oh no, we've been thinking about doing Princess and the Frog for so long.
It's true. This is them more being
like,
honest with people.
Be open. Here you're honest. It's like, well, this scene, I mean, it's 2021. We cannot do this scene anymore.
Yeah.
And we know it.
Yeah.
We're going to change it. And here you go. This is our plan. Have a look at this picture.
Yeah.
It's not like a Photoshop picture and quick take Tiana.
Thomas
and
Kincaid.
Then, I mean, it's...
Get some decals.
Is that the one who in the trash can? Thomas
Oh
Kincaid?
my God.
Thomas Kincaid.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh boy.
Painter of light. That's what they call them. Thomas Kincaid, painter of light.
So here's the difference. I think night and day you see two very different PR departments in action, right? The Splash Mountain announcement was before they had their cultural, whatever they call it. They have executives now who are in charge of making sure that everything in the company is culturally sensitive and ethnically diverse and all of these things. And I think what you see is an announcement later where I tend to think those people said, no, it's all right for you to come out and say, like, you know, we are changing this because we realize this is wrong. Like, people will applaud you for that. You should just be honest with them, not be like, oh, we were gonna do it. We already had it. You guys copied us. You know, like that's that. And look at that. They had a much more positive response. I think some of it's that it wasn't this knee jerk like, no, we had it. It was done.
Here's my thing: is it all that, or is it also they're not redoing this ride to make it a different IP? Like, at the end of the day,
you can't get rid of the Jungle Cruise.
But that's what I mean.
Right? Yeah.
At the end of the day, we still have Jungle Cruise.
Yeah.
And then we're not going to have Splash Mountain.
Correct.
You know, kind of thing. So it's like,
yeah, no, it's absolutely like losing a whole thing.
Yeah.
And
but then they have to do it right, because I think the problem with Pirates is people are annoyed with the quality of what
they
we got.
did such a bad job.
So
that scene is not entertaining.
Oh, quit your clucking.
It's not thoughtful. It's not funny.
Want?
Quit your clucking.
Quit your clucking.
They want the rum. So now it's about alcoholism. So in 10 years, when we decide alcoholism's a problem, then we have to erase that scene again. I mean, at least we'll erase that scene because it needs to be at this point. But yeah, this just seems so much more thoughtful than Pirates. It seems so much more genuine than Splash. It just feels better than all of that. But this is, I don't even, this wasn't the one I was worried about. I think the ones I'm worried about are still to come. And I think it's specifically Tiki Room and Country Bears. Yeah. Because we know, whether you want to believe me or not, we know already that they're on the chopping block, and this is going to give them all the fuel they need to eradicate both of those.
But also, that's your best chance at owning some animatronic birds.
And bears.
Or bears. Or bears.
And then also, once it's deemed that I was right, I can just ascend from the floor. So.
Can we get Melvin?
Like PR-wise, like you said, it's like they made a video. They had some Imagineers in there. They had some cast members in there to tell like how great it's going to be, and then wow, I've read this, and I mean, they did a good job in selling the whole thing.
Can you imagine if it was Chapek?
Yeah.
Just a video Chapek.
Oh,
we're getting rid of this. We're going to
Kevin
change that.
Lively has been like one of those people in the forefront for this Jungle Cruise stuff in the parks, whether it was the, what was the game with the Jujus? I can't remember the name, the Adventureland.
Oh, the name of that? I don't know.
The interactive game where you bought the Jujus, and it was really cool. That and Skipper Canteen and Jingle Cruise, which are all these wonderful extensions of Jungle Cruise. He's involved, and then everyone involved, I think, are good show writers who understand this business. and will make the right decisions if they have to make the change. And like to see in an interview, like an Imagineer be honest, like he's like, if we have to make these changes, we might as well make the most of it, right? I want to, like, that's an honest, genuine thought that makes everyone happy. Like, these are human beings. This company has to stop pretending like they're holier than thou and like they always make the right decisions and like they always know what they're doing. Just tell us you're human beings and like, yeah, this has to change. We know. And we were poised with the challenge. Like, what do you do? Like, we know we have to make the ride better. Let's make it better. Instead of like, I don't know, when Kathy was doing Pirates, it was like, it wasn't about what the scene was going to be. It was just about her getting what she wanted. It was very disingenuous and very, I don't know.
Do you think the
two
next
very
thing to
different
go?
approaches.
I think the next thing to go, it's not really a full attraction. I think the shooting gallery will never come back.
Why?
It hasn't come back. I think guns. Guns and you have to touch things.
That Native American scene in Peter Pan's probably just going to vanish one day. Yeah. What'd you say? Tom Sawyer Island? What?
They could retheme it.
They've taken a lot of the offensive stuff out of Tom Sawyer Island through the years. Like, there were some really bad Native American depictions. Also, someone's going to realize that the top of our Big Thunder Mountain is an offensive Native American stereotype face at some point. If no one's noticed that. The top of the mountain, the whole top of the mountain is a stereotypical Native American face. Someone's going to change that at some point, I hope.
Thank God Small World is all good to go.
No.
So, Small World's probably last on the list, but I think there's a couple things. We joked about it last week, but I always thought it was kind of weird that you go to the jungle, it's supposed to be Africa, and it's jazz music, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know about this. I love it. Like, that piece of jazz music, if you move it from that scene, it has to go somewhere because it is a wonderful piece of music. But maybe it doesn't belong in the Africa scene. It might be offensive. I don't know. It's not for me to decide on that one.
And that dragon?
The dragon, yeah, you guys are the worst. You guys did to my geese last week. That's why Allison isn't here. She's so offended about the geese. I'm not even joking. Yeah. Allison was very sad that the geese were not top tier. That's why she's not here this week.
Yeah, and the goose on Splash, and the geese, and it's a whole goose family.
It's a hard time for birds in this town.
Backwards geese.
The
I like my goose to be on a
osprey
bottle,
getting
that's
kicked
about
off the
it.
track. Donald's dead. The goose's head was backwards. The geese on Small World didn't win. You know, it's rough out there. It's hard out there.
We can always get Tiki Room under new management again.
You should watch Top Gun and Goose died.
No, the thing with Tiki Room is, right, like the four main characters are these stereotypical birds from four different places. And Jose was voiced by a white dude. Like, I love that show, and if they touch it, I'm going to riot, but I also know, like, it's got to be next.
I'm sorry, I work with French people who speak English. They actually speak like that. Not even joking.
Pierre will make it. Pierre will be fine.
Pierre,
They'll be like, the French like
it's
it.
just going to be called the Pierre Bird
But then
singing
here's the
bird
thing,
show.
like, wouldn't that be what we were talking about when we talked about Splash?
Yeah.
Do we just re-record it?
I think in that case, because Tiki Room at Disneyland, they'll have to, right?
Yeah.
Because you can't get rid of Tiki Room at Disneyland. It's untouchable. Like, the locals at Disneyland pass it down from generation to generation. They will riot. And I will tell you, like, Disneyland's mostly a Hispanic audience. They will tell you, like, they're not offended by it. They love the Tiki Room. They understand what it is, and they don't care. But at the same time, the company's, going to try to fix all these things. I think in Florida's case, the Moana thing's going to happen. You're going to see that stupid Moana show at one point, and I think you're going to see that Toy Story marionette show. I don't think Bears is going to make it. I don't think it's going to happen.
So confused. Should I be excited or not? Wait.
You should not be excited.
No.
No. The
Paris
Bear
has a Toy
Jamboree
Story
is very
marionette
special.
show. You should go.
Wait, where?
Yeah, Paris.
Okay, I'll go there. I'm
Yeah,
so confused.
But it's
Sackets.
actual marionettes, and it's in a restaurant.
Yes.
Beautiful restaurant.
The Von Trapp family is doing a marionette show.
Well, you can make that joke anymore. The Von Trapps. offensive at this
I mean, you
point.
should have saw the comments I had to cut out, the psychotic comments. I have to be, I don't know. I don't know what I can say anymore.
Yeah. Well, I had an argument with someone where they were like, what were the word? Be better.
Yeah.
And I wrote, the thing you have to understand is not everyone who's against these changes is racist, right? Like, obviously, if you're racist, that's bad. You should not be racist. But there are people who approach this purely from a nostalgic standpoint, purely from family memories and nostalgia and their childhood. Childhood memories are a very powerful thing. When you take things away from people's childhood, they get very emotional. And so you're inevitably changing something that means something to someone. So in the case of Splash, there's a lot of people who grew up with that ride, have fond memories with family members that may not even be with us anymore, of like that was their first thrill ride. They remember going with Grandma on Splash Mountain. And for some people, that's going to be Jungle Cruise. And so there is everything in the parks, no matter what it is, we've learned at this point. It could be the dumbest thing, and someone has an emotional connection. That doesn't mean their emotional connection is dumb, because you make memories in all sorts of places, in all sorts of ways. And I understand that. I don't think it's nice to demean a person's nostalgia and memories with family and friends to racism. I don't think that's right. I think that's as wrong as I don't know. I just don't think that's the right thing to do. I think you can be nostalgic and be sad that something has happened and also understand the reasoning as to why it's happening. Like with Splash Mountain, I understand changes need to be made. I don't agree with what the change is. I think the change is the bad idea. I understand that there is a need for change, right? They're two different things. You can be not racist and still be sad that a ride that you grew up with is going away. They're not mutually exclusive things.
Well, it's not that there's no, I don't like the redhead scene right now. Does that mean that I don't like women? No. Au contraire.
It means I like Mark Davis and his staging.
No, but it's like, especially the Pirates. Pirates has a timestamp on them. And yes, things were very different in that time. Pirates right now ride a little rubber boat, have a black T-shirt, and have Uzis in their hands. We're not going to do that. I mean, come on. It has a timestamp, and yes, it's different. It's hard to explain your kids, like, oh, well, we don't do that anymore, but those were the Pirates back in the days.
But that's not a conversation that Disney should be having. That's a conversation that you should be having with your kids.
Also, Disney produced a series of Pirates of the Caribbean movies, which, while they did have some female empowerment parts, also very much captured how sexist people were at the time. Like, the Pirates very much, like, at several points in the movie, try to have their way with Elizabeth Swann. That's in your movie that you marketed to families. You can't afterwards be like, no, okay. You didn't change those movies.
Wrong.
Those movies still exist as they were on your Disney Plus service. Until I said that. Now they're getting, someone's cutting into them right now. They're removed from children's profiles.
Well, and that's my other
warning.
I mean, this is not on the Jungle Cruise anymore, but like, why would you take a movie down from Disney Plus? Have one of those, I don't know, who do you want to do it? Like
Leonard
a
Maltin.
pre-show where you start like, hey, when we made this movie, things were different, and those are not okay anymore today. So you have to know that this again was made in this time.
So they had
but
that
not just
on a
taken
couple
away.
of those movies. Peter Pan and what else was on that list?
Right?
Dumbo, Aristocats, all Swiss Family Robinson, all had that disclaimer. And then what they did was they took another step last week. They removed it. So if it's a child profile on Disney Plus, the child cannot get to those movies without the parent, which is crazy. Like Peter Pan is inaccessible to a child unless a parent is there.
Like, have you read the book? The book's worse, please.
But what is the Aristocats?
Come on.
Is one of the cats?
The Aristocats.
Yeah, there's some.
There's
we'll talk about it later.
There's
some
an Asian cat who
There,
says, I believe, fried rice, egg foo young. It's very bad. It's very bad. It's not a great scene. Yeah. I understand that. I don't know if it should be removed from children's profiles. I don't think kids, I mean, maybe it normalizes that for them and it's bad. I don't know. That's not the discussion I want to get into.
Let's just talk about colored people on a pole.
Can we do the same thing though with attractions? Like we just, can block kids from
There is-
accessing
right,
the
Disneyland
attractions.
is
There you
such
go.
a big
Just
part-
have it for adults.
How old are you?
No, but Disneyland is such a big part of American pop culture, right?
disclaimer.
That, you know, you're erasing, you have such little, like everything after 1966 no longer has a connection to Walt Disney, right? And so you have a very limited library of things that Walt Disney worked on. And if you know, every couple of years you're like, oh, we can get rid of one more thing. Oh, you get rid of one more thing. Oh, you get rid of one more thing. At some point you run out of things that were done by Walt Disney. At some point there has to be a museum aspect to that, right? Like as the founder of your company, the man who founded the greatest entertainment company in history. Some of that legacy has to be preserved. Like I understand Disneyland is not a museum, but at some point, like some of those things need to be preserved so future generations can see, like, this is what Disneyland was like in the 50s. This is what Disneyland was like in the 60s. This is what American pop culture was like at those times. This had an important cultural impact. Or at the very least,
And anyway, we're changing the Snow White ride nobody complained about.
Yeah, I don't agree with those changes either. But
Yeah.
that's the problem, is it just change for the sake of change in the case of Snow White. As opposed to Jungle Cruise, where, again, the Imagineers came in instead of, you know, I know Kim thinks she's doing great work, but Kim has just wrecked Disneyland for the last however many years, Kim Irvine. The castle looks like garbage. The Snow White ride is a bad idea. She's just got to be stopped. She doesn't know what she's doing anymore. I was going to say it. She doesn't. She has no idea what she's doing. As opposed to this team of people who, you know, even in just the interview, I'm like, this makes sense. You've said the real approach to this is, people said they're offended by this. We've been asked to change this. We look at it as an opportunity to make relevant changes to the ride that also embody the spirit of what the ride is. And that's what we want. That's how you make everybody happy in this situation. You don't just change things to whatever the easiest answer is. You sit down and you come up with a thoughtful, creative solution that not only makes people who come for the first time happy, but makes those of us who've been there 100 times happy. You please everyone, which is what the Disney company has been set out to do since day one, making what appear to be children's movies, animated movies, that actually appeal to everyone in the movie theater, no matter what their age is. And that's what the parks have to be. They can't be for one audience. You can't just be like Princess and the Frog, slap it into a mountain ride in New Orleans. It doesn't make sense.
I think somebody was able to explain that to Bob Chapek. You know, we can fit Louis into the Jungle Cruise, but putting Tiana in the actual jungle, that's racist, Bob. We're not going to do it. We don't. Bob, stop it. We cannot have two Princess and the Frog rides. Stop it, Bob.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Love it.
I can't follow that.
Can we eat some donuts?
Nor do I want to. What?
Can we eat some donuts?
We eat some donuts.
now?
Everyone's made their points. Everyone's good.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, it is time for the first ever Donut Death Match. Stick around for more tonight. Oh, there's...
Thousands of annual pass holders, including members of Disneyland's social clubs, have had to find new substitutes for personality in the wake of the park's closure due to the pandemic. Next, on Socially Distanced, Sean McGinnis was a member of the Patches Pack, one of the many social clubs that frequented Disneyland. Now, stripped of not only the place he loves, but his entire social life, Sean has had to find a new club.
At first it was easy. With the stay-at-home order, I would sit around watching park specials on YouTube. But once things started to open, I got back out there. The pack met a couple of times at downtown Disney. At first it was the same. Bloggers fighting over pictures, those eBay pirates from those New Orleans square-based clubs. But then no one wanted to pin trade without a bottle of sanitizer and some Etsy gloves. And June was just too hot to not be able to go into rides and restaurants. We decided to go on hiatus until the parks would reopen in July.
But after the July reopening of Disneyland was scrapped,
Now I needed something to do. I decided to explore LA. One day I got a little lost coming off the 105 and ended up in Compton. I stopped to ask some guys for directions and noticed they all had the same bandana. I asked if they were a club, and this guy named Tiny, he's kind of in charge, said something like that. I told him I was looking for something like that to join after my pack broke up because we had too much heat. He asked what we did. I told them we'd show the colors, ride together, make sure people knew what our territory was. They talked for a second and said, yeah, sure, laughing the whole time. They let me into the Campanella crew, but said I'd need to prove myself. They put me in the back seat of this Explorer and told me that we'd have to take care of some who'd been moving on their turf. Next thing I know, they handed me a machine gun and told me to shoot up a house as we drove by. It was just like Astro Blasters, and I don't know about you, but I always get Galactic Hero. Yeah, I have a little moral issue with it, but I look at it like pin trading. We're just exchanging small bits of metal for prestige. After that, the guys really trusted me. In fact, they even asked me to hold packages for them.
Hear the rest of Sean's story on Socially Distanced, debuting this February, exclusively on Disney+.
And don't forget to catch all the zaniness of all 5 seasons of The Muppet Show, streaming February 19th.
From WDWNT, the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Park Center. Each week we pick the top 7 stories in Disney Parks news from around the globe, and the panel and I break down, discuss, and debate what they mean for us, the fans. From the latest announcements to openings and delays to scandals and snacks and merchandise and more, we cover it all in 30 minutes. So join us every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com/WDWNT and watch episodes on demand anytime. Or subscribe to the audio version of the show on your favorite podcast app.
Disney's Magical Express will no longer be servicing Orlando International Airport come January 1st, 2022. What are you going to do, take an Uber like a trash person? Are you going to take a minivan? That isn't going to exist either. Why don't you take a ride in Nick's Maxi Van? Nick's Maxi Van is proud to be the only thing in Orlando launching October 1st, 2021. Just schedule your trip online and Nick will give you his personal phone number. Hell, even if you don't schedule it, he might give it to you. Coordinate your pickup time with Nick and we'll greet you at the airport at your baggage claim. Don't worry about getting your bags, Pete ran onto the tarmac and got them for you. Once we have you and your luggage, and have successfully shaken the fuzz, it's into the Maxi Van. This tricked-out 1989 Chevrolet G20 will whisk you away in style to your $300 a night hospital-themed room at Disney's Pop Century Resort. Inside, find a selection of assorted candies and chocolates, already open soft drinks, and inexpensive foot baths at every seat. You can also enjoy our personal entertainment center featuring DVD copies of We're Back and That Thing You Do, but not before watching a charming video preparing you for your vacation hosted by Maria of Chatter Me Disney. For a more personal experience, feel free to turn off the TV and listen to Nick's favorite water park stories. Once we arrive at your destination, we'll drop you off at the guard shack while Pete argues with security as to if a mobile food order is valid for resort parking. What convenience! So don't worry about your transportation any longer. You won't have to wait 60 minutes for a smelly bus full of tourists and hope that your luggage made it on board with Nick's Maxi Van service. Again, the only attraction in Orlando launching October 1st, 2021. Book tonight by calling 407-WDIDNEY or online at geocities.com/NickMaxiVan257100121.
I'll be waiting for you. What kind of candy do you like?
Looking for the latest in Disney news on the go? Then download WDWNT the app. From news to videos to park hours and more, WDWNT the app is your one-stop shop for the latest from the Disney world. Available on iPhone and Android, just search for WDWNT in your device's app store.
New from Kenner! It's more cooking fun from Moff Gideon's Bakehouse. You've made Dark Trooper cookies and Grogu Metachlorian shakes, but now get ready to cook up some clones. It's the Easy Snoke Oven.
How does it work?
Just take some of Grogu's blood, Then blend it with the special Emperor Palpatine is Dead contingency plan mix. Slide the mixture into the Easy Snoke oven and set the dial to Operation Send. And out the other side comes a forgettable, ineffectual villain. That's right, kids. Cut it right in half.
Yum.
Don't worry, you can always make more. The Easy Snoke Oven, part of the Moff Gideon's Bakehouse line. From Kenner, it's fun.
Introducing WDWNT Entertainment, the new home for your favorite WDWNT shows, including Geekly Kingdom, a nerdy talk show with discussions, games, and interactive trivia. Deep in the Plus, diving into and reviewing the catalog available on Disney+. Cosmic Read Live, a show talking music, merchandise, vacation memories, and Imagineering attractions. WDWNT The RPG, a tabletop-style role-playing game like D&D but set in the parks. Ride Rehab, a satirical show of fixing attractions or ruining them even more. And many new and exciting programs to come. Subscribe now at youtube.com/WDWNT Entertainment.
You know we don't have to wear the blindfold yet.
Oh.
We're not starting yet. First, let's find out what the incorrect Disney Parks fact of the week is. Disney's River Country Water Park has reopened. Oh, reflections. That guy's going really slow down that. But look at this. How is that person moving so fast on just a raft?
That's fantastic.
That is some Disney magic. Okay, play it. What did he say? There was something at the end of that. What was it? I have no idea. I don't know what he said. How does this work?
All right.
You're mic'd, right?
I am. I'm mic'd. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Welcome to Donut Deathmatch. So we have 10 donuts from Voodoo Donuts, and then we have 10 donuts.
Show them the donuts. Cut to the. There's a camera on donuts. You could show them the donuts while he's talking. Yeah.
So we got 10 donuts from Voodoo, 10 donuts from Everglazed.
We're not supposed to look at those.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking.
Both of our contestants, Tom and Nick, are going to be blindfolded. Ooh, they're going to be blindfolded. They're going to taste them, and then they're going to give us a ranking from 1 to 7.
7?
Yeah, 7. 1 to 7. Hello. And and then yeah.
Stop, poor Donald!
This has been a cherry. That's what happens when you have donuts. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. They're gonna give us a ranking from 1 to 7, and then at the end of the 10 rounds, we're gonna see which one both Tom and Nick liked most. Did they like Voodoo Donuts or did they like Everglazed? In between, we're also gonna ask them. Let's see if maybe they can tell us which one's which. If they can tell us which one's Voodoo or Everglazed.
Mm-hmm. So what are we guessing? We're guessing like the flavor. We're guessing where it's from, and then we're telling you.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
we announced the flavor, right?
Yeah, hey.
We should try to guess what the donut is, right?
That's cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. Of course, Eric bought us the kinkiest masks he could
Oh,
find.
yeah. My Jungle
It does
Cruise
match
mask.
my shirt,
You
though.
look like Ralph Furley.
Who? You're so old!
Ralph Furley. It was Don Knotts back at... No, look it up. Three's Company.
Yeah, then he realized how long ago the show was. He's like,
It's
I am
in
old.
syndication somewhere.
I'm old.
Tom, you have to take off your glasses.
I have to take off my glasses?
Well, you're going to see through it. You have to.
Do we get to keep these blindfolds?
Yes, please.
Sure, Nick.
No one else wants it after you've worn it.
Excellent.
Am I wearing this the right way? I am.
You are.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to be going down for that first donut here.
So am I supposed to use my hands or the fork and knife that was given to me?
Up to you, whatever
I think you
want
gotta
to
use hands, otherwise we're gonna
Alright.
stab ourselves probably.
Whatever you want
I
to
heard.
use.
I smell a
There's
donut.
two.
Yep.
There's
right
two?
for
You should cut it for them.
Yes, and there's.
Oh, what's the fun in that?
Because if they're just like putting their hands all over the donuts, there would be nothing left for us to eat. We've cut all of them in half.
Oh, for you guys.
Yeah.
No, that's no
Eric's
fun.
just worried about his
So,
own
exactly.
donut consumption.
I'm worried about
Eric?
mine too.
Is that okay like you see it on the screen?
Let's see here. Oh, the other way around. Sorry.
That's what I was thinking.
Other
There
way
we
around.
go.
There we
Let's
go.
make it more complicated.
There's just a swirl of delicious smells in front
Okay,
of
so
me.
I'm going to have you guys test the right-hand side first.
Okay, so we are just picking it up and biting it?
Yep.
All right.
So the donut on the right-hand side.
That's a fork.
That's a fork, Tom. There we go. There's Nick.
Good luck, Lauren, cleaning this up. Ooh,
Stop making noises.
got something in there. Sugary.
Take another bite, Nick. There's only 20 more left.
Do we rate that one now?
Yeah, so let's do
Oh.
Nick. Since you're on screen right now, what do you rate that one? 1 through 7.
That's like a 2.
That's like a 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. It's pretty bad.
There's not much there.
It's very chalky.
Well, there we go. Both of you guys
It's-
get a
I-
2 on that one.
So I think it's chocolate, right?
No,
A little bit more.
I think it's a yellow donut, right?
Well, the donut is a.
Are you talking about on top? I don't think it's
like a-
chocolate on top.
No, it's not a chocolate glaze.
I don't.
It's very boring.
Maybe. I
Very
don't.
boring.
Yeah, it's just
I
like a
can't. I
glaze.
couldn't pick up anything. Just tasted like plain icing.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I don't know.
let's do that left-hand side now.
I left.
You did it wrong.
Oh.
Something wrong happened already.
Should
It's all right. I can't see.
You guys keep on going.
should the score be 4? There was 2 plus 2.
Yes.
Mm.
Cookies and cream.
Yeah, it is.
Ah, cookies and cream. Okay.
I
That's
think so.
way better.
That's really good.
Oh.
Mm.
Okay. Tom, what were you going to score that one?
Yeah.
4.
4.
Solid.
Okay.
I'd go with 5. I got
5.
some good flavors in there.
Okay.
That's 9.
I like that one.
That's 9
I'm gonna take
points.
these away from you.
Take them away.
Should we say Voodoo or
Take my
Everglazed?
donuts away, please.
Yeah. So, which
All right.
one do you guys think? By just raising your hand, which one do you guys think is the Voodoo Donuts?
Voodoo was that one.
You guys are opposite.
So was
guys are
Voodoo the
opposite
first
here.
one or the last one you ate?
First one.
And Nick, you think the last one?
Yeah.
Think the last one? Tom's right. First one was the Voodoo. It's the dirt donut from Voodoo Donuts.
Thank you. Tasted like dirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
The second one was Oreo Surprise.
yes, the
Yeah.
one
From
Eric and I
Everglazed.
shared on the
People are
live.
sleeping on
It was a beautiful
Everglazed. I'm
moment,
telling you, man. We're gonna have a.
Oreo
You're gonna have a.
Surprise.
You're gonna have a surprise tonight when you see who wins this.
Diabetes.
I
That's who
like
wins this.
Voodoo, but I will tell you, some Voodoo donuts I don't like.
There we go.
Figure out
Yes.
a way I
You
can
guys
slide
have
up.
two.
Yes.
Okay.
2 in front of you.
Left first or right first?
Let's do right first.
Right
Okay.
first. Okay.
Oh. What? Oh. I got some crunch.
There's a breakfast party at your mouth, and
Oh.
everybody's invited.
That is like breakfast right there.
There's a breakfast nice.
Fruit Loop.
Uh-huh.
Those are the stalest Fruit Loop.
That was totally
On
stale.
a scale of 1 to 7, it's
And
Fruit
sometimes
Loop.
as a kid I wouldn't close the box, so I know still.
Give us a ranking there.
2.
Yeah, that one, it's fun, but yeah, I'm going to go with the 2 as well.
2 as well.
Yeah.
All right. Let's try
They're
that other
so
donut.
stale.
This one's heavy. Sensing a theme there.
Fruity Pebbles.
Sounds Fruity Pebbles. Correct.
Yeah. Tom knows it's Sarah. That's really sweet.
I don't like Fruity Pebbles. That's how I knew.
What do you
We
guys
were
rank
Fruit
this
Loops
one here?
people. Cocoa Pebbles.
I'm gonna give the I'm gonna give that one a let's go 3.
I agree with the 3.
3 and 3.
I like it because it's less stale cereal.
So what did you eat first? What did you eat second?
Voodoo Everglazed.
Nick?
I'm gonna go Voodoo on this side and Everglazed.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I was wrong?
No, you were correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So what won? Everglazed won again, didn't it?
Everglazed won again.
Oh man, Derek Bergen's like probably dead. I'll tell you when you're older. Oh.
More?
Oh, yeah.
Can we have the okay?
How close are you?
Wait. Very close. No, this is good. No,
Yeah.
this way.
My hand got hit. I don't know what's going on.
Don't worry. I need to make sure that we're on the right side.
So let's try the left-hand side now.
Left, all right.
The left,
Left-hand
so we're doing
side.
left first.
Yep.
Okay.
Left first.
I don't want to know what happened.
I haven't trust that one. Wow.
What do you think?
I just felt there was a lot going in there.
Where are the napkin? Pull.
That's fantastic.
That's very good.
What do you guys think that one is?
What do I think that is?
Yeah.
That's Everglazed.
Bacon.
That's the maple.
Everglazed.
That's the maple bacon thing that comes on
Maple
top of
bacon.
the coffee at Everglazed.
Okay. What are your scores?
That's a 5.
Whoa.
Let me go with a 6.
Oh, that's our first
Wow.
That bacon was delicious.
It's good.
6. First six. Okay.
I'm with Nick. Give it a 6.
It's really good.
Yeah.
As
No,
long
it's
as
good.
the bacon's always that good. I mean, that was
It's good.
delicious.
All right, we're gonna try
This big wad of napkin.
the other side now.
It's probably in the shot. I don't know.
Yeah, that's good.
That's.
And
Where
now
am
the
I?
other
You
one.
tried that one already, Tom?
This is the one I had.
Yes.
We're
Okay.
gonna try that one now. Nick's already ahead of you.
I mean, I think that's bacon.
Oh. What's your score, Nick, for that one? Think
Not
it's
even
bacon?
close to as good.
No? So you ranked
Solid.
6 on the last time.
I
What do
know.
you think?
That's a 4.
I'm only going with a 3.
Yeah. I say 4. Let's keep that on
Yeah,
my
like
neck.
Tom, you said
Tom gave it away. So Tom, the first one was for you.
Oh, Everglazed Voodoo.
Everglazed
No
Voodoo?
question.
Everglades on this side, yeah. Voodoo on this side.
No question. I guess I should have waited to say that.
Yes. Next time, just wait.
I just knew what donut I was eating.
You knew it.
I feel that bacon stuck in my teeth there.
The bacon on that one's always very good.
Oh, it was delicious. Well, how many of those did you have?
Just the one, but it's so big it's hard to forget.
Yeah, it's amazing how the same kind of donut can be made so differently by those.
Right?
It's night and day.
You would be amazed if you would look at the donuts right now. You can't, but like just of a look, there's a big difference already.
Well, we'd look afterwards, but I think
Yeah.
literally after we take a bite, they just bring it to Eric.
All right, we're going to try the right-hand side now.
All right. Seems very simple.
Simple enough. Tom, what do you think?
What are you asking me?
Kind of a regular donut with some strawberry glaze.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with. I'm with Nick. That's what I think it is.
No.
And your scores?
The donut itself is a little chalky.
It is. It's not
It's like a 3.
baked very well. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going
It's
with
not
a 3.
bad, but it's not good.
I can almost tell the second I pick up one of the donuts, like if it's gonna taste right or not.
Just
you
by
can tell
the
by
weight?
the feel and the weight, yeah.
So let's try that other one.
I agree with that.
So that,
No, this was the first one. The other, yes.
Am I
yeah,
close?
there you go.
Yep.
Nope, that's the same.
I'm gonna murder you.
He's 5 seconds behind.
That's how I live my life. Quarter mile at a time and 5 seconds behind.
Oh my God, that's so much better.
I know. Very
That
simple.
is so moist and soft.
The donut itself is delicious.
Wow.
I mean, I'm gonna have to say the second one's Everglazed again, right?
Everglazed Voodoo.
And Voodoo on the right.
Yep, you guys are correct.
So
What do you
we've
wanna-
already established who's better.
Did we
Right.
score them?
Oh,
What are you
there's
gonna
plenty more.
score this one?
Oh, the score. I mean, it's just it's
What did we give this? A 3?
Yeah.
Correct.
I'd say a 5. Then.
Yeah, I'd go with a 5 as well.
Wow.
So sorry about that one. That one they kind of messed up. They were
I
supposed
told-
to give me a strawberry.
Oh, was the other one not even strawberry?
No, one was strawberry, one was vanilla.
So that strawberry was so artificial on the first one that I'm still
Very.
tasting it.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, it's a donut. It's always going to be artificial. And
Gotta cleanse the palate there. All kinds of flavors going in. All right.
Next one here. Got it there, Nick? There we go.
Right?
Right and Tom. Cool.
Oh.
We're going to go with, the right-hand side. We're going to try that one first.
this is very late.
It's like a muffin.
That tastes like a store packaged
Did you
muffin.
sneak a muffin in there?
Oh. Can't tell you yet. I can't tell you.
Oh my goodness.
That's not good.
That's not good?
No.
What's your ranking?
1.
1.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's
It's
Ooh.
gross.
Okay, let's try that other one now.
That's the one I had.
you get that at a gas
Yes.
station. They're both blueberry.
Okay, yep. Yeah, they're both blueberry.
This is so much softer and lighter, and
Yeah.
neither of them are my thing. But I imagine this is the better one.
Oh, by far.
This gets like a 3.
A 3. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
They're exactly the same donut, just made by 2 different shops. They're both
Well,
called
which one did I
blueberry.
like? Everglazed Voodoo. Did I get it right?
They're both, they're both blueberry cake.
Yeah.
Yep, blueberry
I mean,
cake
night
donuts.
and day difference. I mean, the one on the left just so much better.
Blueberry cake donuts.
I will say my favorite thing I ever had at Voodoo was that giant fritter, and I doubt we have a fritter tonight.
Have we picked Voodoo as a winner for anything? No, right?
No.
Nope.
I need to cleanse,
This is
It
insane.
has points, but the other one's
Yeah.
way ahead.
Have you had Everglazed yet?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I mean now, yeah, but I just meant like before. I mean, I'd have a lot. We had that. I had the bacon donut, and I had like a taste of whatever she ordered. I don't remember what. Okay, what are we doing?
All right, so both of these, I will say, they have a theme.
They have a theme?
They're both donuts.
One of these is from Universal, and it has a theme?
No, well, both donuts combined have a theme.
Oh, okay, what am I
Yeah, yeah,
eating
yeah.
first?
So you guys can go with the right-hand
They're
side
eating
there.
them at the same time.
I'm pretty done with donuts at
That's
this
pretty
point. By
heavy.
the way, I've had too much donut.
There's only 7 more.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
What's going
There's
on
four,
there?
there's
grape.
four.
Yeah, grape.
That is vile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's vile. Shut up, Lauren.
What are you gonna, what are you gonna give that one?
You gotta really taste it,
Two.
Lauren. You gotta
2? Oh.
Chew.
play around
Nick?
with it in there.
It's better
Get
than the
tongue on
muffin.
everything.
Okay. You did give one of these donuts a 1, so hey, yeah.
I mean, I'm going with a 1 on
You're
that.
going with the
Yeah,
1.
that
Is
bad.
that one too?
Well, it's artificial. It's overly sweet. Like it
I just think that muffin was so bad that it deserves its own ranking.
well, nah. Like, there's no reason to get that.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna try that next
Is that
one
is
now.
that nerds on top?
No.
No?
No.
No, the nerds are here. Is this my first donut again?
Yes, that is your first donut, Tom.
I'm bad
We're
at
gonna go
this.
for that
There you
second
go.
one.
Oh. Well, I don't taste much flavor, do you?
It's very moist, but I'm not getting anything.
Yeah. I mean, it's a better quality donut as a donut, but other than sugar, I'm not picking up any taste.
Yeah.
Nope. That's
Two.
What you're supposed to. That's what you're supposed to taste.
Two.
So this is actually. Which one do you think is Voodoo?
Everglazed Voodoo.
Everglazed Voodoo.
Everglazed
Same thing.
Voodoo.
Yep. This is actually Everglazed vegan donut. It's purple glazed oob.
That explains why there's no flavor.
Purple glazed oob.
How do you vegans live?
Is that from Doctor Who, I think?
So this was just supposed to be the purple round.
What reference to Doctor Who are you making?
There's a...
Oh, what do you...
Oh.
Tom gave it 2.
I gave them both 2s.
2s?
Yeah, it's like a 2.
Both of them?
So, yeah.
No, Nick gave the first grape one a 1.
Oh, I did. I said, yeah, 1,
1
2.
and 2.
My face feels so sticky.
Eric,
Like on
these,
OBT.
These look really different.
So,
Did you order the exact same thing?
They're both what it says
I
on
feel
the thing
violently
there.
ill, by
Same
the way.
category.
So, the
I
other
feel
one, the
very
one on my
ill.
left and the other one, is that
Too many. How many donuts are left?
7.
7?
No, come
Like
on.
Including the one that's in
Weird.
front of you right now, 4.
Oh my God.
All right.
Oh,
What do we
but
got?
those are
I'm
2
coming,
different
Elizabeth.
donuts.
Take off the belt. Let
So
the belt
those-
loose. There we go.
You
We're
have to
good.
give it. You have to give it that. Those are basically that's 2 different categories of donuts, but still.
So, yeah.
What's happening?
Just eat.
Yeah, just try it.
Shut up, Eric. You're just mad you don't have any
All
donuts.
right.
You're good.
What am I doing?
So we're going for the right-hand side there.
Man, I can totally tell this is gonna be Voodoo.
Why do you say that?
It's smaller and harder.
Old-fashioned donut. I like that.
Ooh,
That's my thing. I love that.
I do too.
That's a 6.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
It's because it's the other kind. It's that dense. It's dense. It's glazed. It's cooked right. It's
Oh,
it's
my
very
goodness.
enjoyable. Very
I
enjoyable.
want to dip that in some coffee.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Nick, your score?
I'm gonna have to go with a 6 as well.
Wow.
Okay.
That was so good.
Not too good to give it a 7, but right there.
Yeah, I'm holding
No,
my
it's
7.
6
7
is
is
high
perfection.
praise. Yeah,
Yeah,
7 has
seven's
to be insane.
All right, let's try that other donut there. Tom, yes, that one there.
I'm gonna throw this.
Mm.
I just heard pieces go that way. I don't want to.
What are you? He's eating it like corn on the cob.
I didn't know which way
It's
I
on
had it.
Spencer ate the Baymax burger.
I just want to eat it this way. That way I know Eric doesn't get any.
I don't want any at this point. I got diabetes watching this show.
That's good. That's a 5.
That's a 5 for Tom.
That's a 5.
It's a 4.
4 for
Yeah, it's fine. It's a solid donut. Yeah. Well,
Voodoo
I have to
Everglazed.
say Voodoo Everglades.
Yep.
Because I just know that this is Voodoo.
That's
I know
the
they're
Voodoo one.
donuts.
Well, I just know because and by now I know Everglazed makes
you wanna buy
different
nothing?
types.
No, I'm good.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but
Soft, fluffy.
that's different even for Voodoo.
Right. No, I get
It's
that.
a different type. Yeah, I just know because I've had that a couple times.
Can you imagine if Tom was wearing his press-on nails with these donuts?
Oh, we forgot. Don't. No, it's too late. Too late now.
Okay.
This side over here, we're going.
Oh, we're going that way?
Oh,
Going
my
this
hands are
way.
all sticky.
Oh, you're confusing me.
I'm sorry. All right, so for this one, let's go. Since you guys like it so much, go on that right-hand side. Let's try that.
I wish I didn't take 2
Oh,
bites of
not
that first
right-hand
donut.
side. Sorry, left-hand side. Sorry, I'm looking at you guys and.
What?
There's
Go
one
with
in
the
front of you.
left-hand side.
Here?
Yeah, there you go. Yes. That's it.
I have to feel which way the donut is now.
You just go with the donut, yeah. Whichever way it wants to take you.
That's good.
Yeah, nothing too crazy about that one.
No, nice rich chocolate.
Just chocolate glaze, yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Almost like a...
Nice and soft.
Well, it's
That's a
better
3.
than a glaze. It tastes like almost like chocolate pudding on top of my donut.
It's just a chocolate donut.
You're a chocolate donut.
What do you guys
Aw.
rank these?
That's a 3.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go on to that next one.
Bit
Feels
more,
like
there
a
you go.
rock. Oh, God. Is that Entenmann's?
How dare you? You think that's so bad that it's an Entenmann's?
Yeah.
Entenmann's is a million times better than that.
Oh.
That's a 1.
That's a 1.
Oh.
Oh.
That is the driest, worst donut I've ever had.
What did you just have from what shop?
Everglazed Voodoo.
Everglazed. Yeah.
Right.
Wait, which was it? You said both.
Voodoo.
Yeah.
Everglazed.
By now, they know that we put everything in the same spot. So
Yeah,
it
I
doesn't
mean,
matter.
that's the thing
No,
you
but
guys chose
it doesn't
to do.
even matter. There's such a difference between why do people like Voodoo
We
donuts?
would have known.
Wow.
Unless we're
Because it's a
being
gimmick
tricked.
donut shop.
You gotta
This
have
is
the
not the
fritter.
same.
That,
Eric,
that
what
makes
is
it like.
this?
No, I know. This is not exactly the same, and I'm gonna
Not
explain
exactly
this right now.
the same?
We also picked the old fashioned from Voodoo over the other one. So there are some Voodoo donuts that are absolutely better.
So both of these are not side-by-side comparison like we had the Fruit Loops and the Fruity Pebble ones. These are both candy bars.
Oh my.
So they're both candy bar donuts. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna try that right-hand side.
What is happening?
Candy bar flavored.
What the hell is that?
Butterfinger.
Yeah.
It's bad, but
It took a
Butterfinger.
second, but yeah.
And what's your ranking on this
2.
bad Butterfinger?
2.
For Tom.
2. Wow.
You know, I kind of like that.
Oh.
Did I not get a good?
I'm going up to a 4.
4.
Or Tom's taking another bite.
I would go higher if the quality of donut, if I like the donut itself better, but the,
Gotcha.
the taste is really good.
I don't think I had a lot of icing. And I give it a 3.
Okay.
3.
3. It's fine. The icing and the topping are good. The donut sucks.
Is that the top? I can't even tell. It felt like it might have been the middle. No.
You think it's in the middle? I think it's icing with the.
You think it's icing
with
on the
like
top?
So this one-
the Butterfinger in it.
This one, yes. This one does not have any center.
The
I was gonna say
Butterfinger?
that I knew
Correct.
because I got a whole bite that was no icing.
Yeah, that one has
That's
no
how
center.
I could tell.
Let's try this next one though.
That could get messy, just as a heads up.
Oh no!
Yeah, I feel
All
like I
right.
can't even lift it with one
I'm
hand.
gonna lean
Yes,
forward.
that's the one.
Okay. It.
Don't eat the plate.
Oh, is that Mounds or Almond Joy? No, wait. It's
You
Sunday
would know. Used to make Mounds coffee. Where is the edge of this?
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
You had the edge right there though, Tom.
I can feel my face, and I think I look gross right now, probably.
Yeah. I attacked it.
Oh
Hey, for
my
attacking
God!
it, you look great.
Wow. That is what Mounds.
That's got to
right?
be 3,000 calories.
Correct. That is mouth.
Yeah.
It's Mound. It's the Mound thing.
You
from
got to let him
Everglazed.
score it first.
All right.
Well,
Yeah.
That's
I think
a
I'm
6.
doing it. I think I'm doing
6?
it. I think I'm
Wow.
doing a 7.
You doing a 7?
7.
Yeah.
Whoa!
hey.
That is quality right there.
That
my
is
goodness.
crazy. That's got to be. That'll kill you.
Oh yeah.
It's good,
That's
but
a
that'll
lot of
kill
sugar.
you. That comes with the coffee, no? Is this one of the coffee ones?
Is it the coffee that Nick makes?
It should come with a. You don't want the coffee that Nick makes. Has the opposite effect. Puts you to sleep.
Keeps it in the van.
Nick's coffee van. Now at
She
Disney
got it.
Springs.
Is this it? Are we at the
All right.
end?
Are we on the last one? Because I'm going to die.
This is the last one.
I'm going to
This
die.
is the last one. We had
Last one.
our second donut tonight was also cereal based, but that was fruity. This is just cereal. We have two cereal based donuts now.
We start with the left side.
This is not
or
the kind
right
of cereal
side?
Nick is used to.
Left hand side. Let's do it.
Do it.
Which one left?
It could be messy as well. Pretty heavy.
Gotta make sure you get everything in one bite. That's hard.
Oh God, there's a filling.
Left the last two with fillings.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. You got that first.
It's very good.
That is really, really good.
Wow, that's another killer.
Because that one tastes a lot like kind of milk and cereal almost.
Yeah.
Like, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
of the
It replicates a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch pretty accurately.
It really does.
That's good. That's a 7.
7.
Oh, 7.
Oh,
Seven.
I'm giving it another 7.
Wow.
That is fantastic.
That's very special.
Everglazed could have knelt on the ball the last few, but no,
Right?
they're still throwing with 2 minutes
You-
left.
Again,
You
like
saved the best for
Voodoo's
last.
best donut isn't even here.
No.
That fritter, that Memphis Mafia is not even here.
Let's
Are we
try
doing?
that other one.
I can't wait to see these. Like, I don't know.
Not after whatever we did to them.
No,
Oh,
actually,
you'll see
they
them
look,
again.
They look pretty good.
Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
What is
I
happening?
got a raccoon that's broken into the studio. He's eating all the donuts.
They didn't want to cooperate.
What?
I couldn't find the entry point.
Boy, you couldn't find the plate.
You
It's
know-
just there on the desk.
That's it.
Make
Goodbye,
sure which
everybody.
is there.
Just sitting there on the desk there, you know.
Okay.
Let's rank this one.
Wow.
That's pretty good. That's a 5.
Huh?
I'm a sucker for Captain Crunch, though.
Wow. I'm going to go a 4. This one does have the, I feel like I get that cereal and milk flavor too on this one.
I feel so sticky.
I don't know.
Right,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
4.
come and get
Maybe I
these.
took Nick's maxi van.
I have lots of
Was that it?
All right.
That's
yeah,
it.
that was it.
Oh.
So I want you guys to take off your blindfolds.
Oh my goodness.
The score's on screen.
blowout.
You guys like
What did you do?
What didn't you do?
Mine's not that bad. There's like a Cheerio over there. Oh no, my pants are like
Yeah, I'm
sugar
covered.
coated.
Looks like an OBT motel
what?
room over there. Don't turn on the black light.
You did way worse eating. Although I apparently ate one like corn on the cob. Can we see the corn on the cob one?
yeah, definitely. Is there any that
Oh
you would
my
like to enjoy after, Nick?
Look at just you.
So. Yeah, is there any donut you
Any
want?
that you really
eat
want
I
again?
don't want a donut the rest of my life. I'm good.
Can I ask a serious question?
This one?
Yeah.
This one's the mountains.
Can we come to the
really
table? I want to go
Yeah.
visit the table.
Yeah, but
If we still have that shop.
Yeah.
Nick, come over to the table.
Sure.
table, Nick.
Let's revisit what we had. So
we
this, yeah, I mean, obviously looking at them, I can tell like that's
Yeah, we went
Everglazed.
that way.
That doesn't even look good.
Everything purple
That
is
looks
Everglazed. Is
good.
that right?
Correct.
Purple is Everglazed.
Both look good.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, look how much better that looks than this.
Right?
This just looks pre-produced. That looks like someone cared about it.
Well, just in general, Everglazed is like fluffier,
Yeah.
softer. Like these are harder and
Someone has said it to me, but like
Dense.
Voodoo's best stuff is that old-fashioned donut and the fritters. Like that's the stuff to get at Voodoo that's, I think, on the
That was
same
good.
level as Everglazed.
This is that vegan thing?
But the cake,
the one next to
This one's the vegan.
the
Oh,
cake
they're vegan?
donuts,
Okay.
they can't compete. Everglazed is better.
Yeah.
Can I? What do we have the receipt? What did 10?
Wow.
Everglazed was more.
Everglazed was more, right?
Correct.
But
By
I
a
think
lot?
Yes.
I
Why
mean, the
would you
score is
not-
89 to 56.
why
Is it?
would you not pay more to have a better donut, though?
Okay, look at that. So it was
Out of the
all
donuts-
cinnamon toast.
out of the
crunch.
donuts
all
that are
on
just
top.
looking
I
at
don't
it,
even know if I got the icing.
I don't know if I did
Yeah,
either.
what would you pick just looking
the
at
one?
these donuts?
Looking at
Cookies
them,
and cream.
the two we liked the most just look the most
Yeah,
impressive
they
too.
do.
That does look good too, though. The cookies and cream. He's right.
But yeah.
Those would
we
be the
invented
three.
type 4 diabetes.
Wow.
But yeah, no, Everglazed, like,
I
it
told
surpassed.
people before we got
Not even
into
close.
this, the Voodoo people were gonna be floored.
Yeah, no, Bell asked you a good question, though. I need the dollar per point.
You have
You know,
the
we do the
receipts,
you have the
don't you?
receipt, the dollar per point. We don't have to do it right now, but maybe before the end of the show or on the post show, we go, how many dollars do we spend per point?
So I thought the most interesting thing was I
can
could
figure
tell
that
the
out.
second I picked up the donut. Once I
Yeah,
tried a
no,
few,
you're right.
you could tell the second you pick up the donut and how dense it feels, how heavy
yeah,
it
like
feels.
I mean, these were like the second I picked this up, I knew what I had.
Yeah.
Like this is like it's breaking a bit in my hand. It's flaky.
Yeah.
And then this just felt like a rock.
Yep.
This is just a solid old cake.
Yep.
So I'm rounding off here, but we spent 60 at Everglazed, and we spent about 25 at Voodoo.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Now, let's say something, right? Look how much bigger
Yes.
these are, right? These four are could feed more people than their Voodoo counterpart.
Voodoo's only like $2 or $3.
Two to three people can eat that. Two people can eat that. 2 to 3 can eat both of those.
Axel
Well,
and I
if you think
couldn't
about it-
finish the
No, we
Oreo
didn't
one
finish
on
the
Sunday,
Oreo.
splitting it.
If you think about it, like we did
We're not gonna
cut
talk
these
about
up
that anymore.
into two slices. So you're
Yeah.
saying 2 people
Right.
can eat it, maybe 4.
4. Yeah.
Some of them are
You
too.
know, like this one
these
you
are
guys
too
took-
much. I don't think less than 3 people should eat these two and survive. This with that coffee, though, I will tell you, this with the rum coffee was unbelievable. Like the right combination, and it's not a very good coffee, but it's what you want with this. It has to be had with this. It can't be had on its own.
And that's that maple double bacon.
Yeah.
Maple double bacon.
Oof.
Yeah. I probably should have given that a 7. I don't think it was as good as last time I had it, though. I think that's why I felt like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But those Everglazed wins.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to happen.
Sure, for sure.
And I love Voodoo. I do, but Everglazed puts out a better product.
There we go. You guys heard it.
Derek Bergen
Heard it
probably
here.
just died. It's all right. He's dead now. There's icing on my script. A lot of icing on my script. All right. Oh, it's late. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, psychotic comments and our Disney dream, no boy, our dream Disney Parks nap discussion still coming your way tonight. Stick around. I'm going to go try not to die.
I'm Chris. I lost 12 pounds on the Disney Park diet.
Introducing the Disney Parks Diet. Who says dieting on vacation is impossible?
It's real simple. I have a blue milk for breakfast, a green milk for lunch, and a sensible dinner. I also run a Run Disney Half Marathon every weekend with a sensibly priced club membership.
Disney Parks goers are losing weight, eating theme park delights, and then exercising for extended periods of time. It's so easy that anyone can do it.
I lost no weight eating only Fairfax salads. I thought it was healthy because it's a salad, but apparently a pound of pulled pork and Chipotle ranch dressing isn't. If I start running Disney marathons, spending a full day at the NBA experience, or swimming laps in the Typhoon Lagoon wave pool for hours on end, I can lose weight eating the food I love. Thanks, Disney Parks Diet.
Learn all about the Disney Parks Diet today with a free 30-day trial, not including food or park admission. We'll develop one of 3 personalized plans for you. The Chapek plan consists only of character-shaped items. The Iger plan, where you buy all the food and throw away half. And the Roadie plan, which will require you to travel to the food's country of origin before consuming it. Call today and start losing. Eating only theme park food. Blue and green milk are not actually milk nor food products. The Walt Disney Company is not responsible for any medical condition caused by eating high-calorie meals and excessive exercising.
Disneyland may still be closed, but you are now cordially invited to take in the splendor of Disneyland Valley, home to a collection of small wineries that were totally not theme park establishments. Our expert sommeliers from the many provinces of Burbank are here to create some of the finest wines in the region. Come sample evocative flavors from all over the happiest wineries on earth, such as Davy Crockett Winery, because Fess Parker Winery was already taken. Critter Country Chateau, where the grapes are picked by possums and stomped by bears of Splash Mountain. New Orleans Square Winery, reputed for its excellent mint julep ice wine. Also sources its grapes from Splash Mountain because they're basically the same thing. Over on Batu's Bobawamba Farms, they have just released a new vintage of milk wine. You can also sample their impeccable Docking Bay Beaujolais. And don't forget about Pizza Planet Sangria, made from high sea fruit punch and the fresh produce that was left over since March at the Tomorrowland Fruit Cart. Disneyland Valley, California's newest and most ambitious collection of small, independent wineries. There's so much to explore, and we're totally not operating a theme park. Suck it, Newsom.
I have lower profits and I need cash now.
Call Gavin Newsom. Open the theme parks now. Open the theme parks now.
My salary is restored, but I need cash now.
Call Gavin Newsom. Open the theme parks now. Open the theme parks now.
I fired thousands, I'll can you too. All our layoffs, I will blame on you. Only care about me, and I need cash now.
Call Gavin Newsom. Open the theme parks now.
Open theme parks now.
Open theme parks now.
Right now.
Yeah, no.
Welcome back to WDW News Tonight. We are live on YouTube, and our blood sugar is way too high. At this point, I feel like I'm going to die. I was saying during the break, I think I'm Everglazed. This isn't sweat, it's sugar coating I'm developing now. Tom, why can't you lose weight? Well, they made me eat 10 donuts on the air. What's what happens?
We did. We tried 10 donuts.
I had,
Never did
like,
that in my
the
life.
last 3 days I've had nothing but grilled chicken and rice, and then I just had 10 donuts.
How you were preparing for this?
Well, I ate dinner tonight. I had a tuna steak, and I had asparagus. So I tried.
Yeah.
I tried. It didn't work because I just killed myself with that. But
You gave a sugar headache.
I don't feel great. I do not feel great. Okay, let's talk about what's coming up on the show. Next week is obviously one of the biggest shows we have ever done.
Ever.
It is Tom and Nick's California Adventure. It's a 3-hour show. Let me tell you everything that's in this show. First of all, it's also our 5th anniversary. So great moments in history, but just the Disney management parts are going to go back in time to the year 2001, and before that, the furthest it's ever gone back. We're going to play once again a favorite game of ours, Opening Day DCA or Stuff We Made Up.
Oh, that was so
is
good.
back again in honor of our 5th anniversary. Cornac the Magnificent is joining us. We have a special edition of the Dream Sequence, which will be all California Adventure related. We are doing the top 7 California Adventure attractions ever. We are releasing our special DCA 20th anniversary merchandise and as well a sale on our News Tonight merchandise. All that and more. We got a couple surprises for you next week on Tom and Nick's California Adventure. The week after that, we have the digital dating game. Sign-ups are still open for that, right? At WDWNT.com. You have until tomorrow to sign up. It's on the website. Search the dating game.
If you don't live in Tokyo.
You'll find it. If you don't live in Tokyo. Also on the Valentine's Day show, Carpool Karaoke. Excellent.
Yeah.
And Liquid Magic.
Yeah.
And then we have some other shows coming up after that. For the sake of time, I'm not going to talk about those now. Nick, who brings us News Tonight each and every week other than diabetes?
Yeah, we're brought to you by The Vacationeer, the engineers of your next magical vacation. Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next magical Disney trip. The best part is their services are free. Visit WDWNT.travel for details. The Vacationeer, the official travel agency of WDWNT.
I wonder if I'm allergic to one of those donuts. I got like a rash right there.
The vegan one.
The oob. The oob from Doctor Who.
Look it up.
What Doctor Who characters were you referencing?
There's an oob.
There's an oob?
Back me up, chat
You're
people.
an oob. From Doctor Who. From Dr. Seuss?
Dr. Who.
Ood?
O-O-D.
Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the thing on Mario's back in Sunshine?
The guys that hold the little thing, like they hold the little smoking balls.
Oh, the lobster face.
Yeah.
Guys. Okay,
I love this little guy that holds the smoking balls.
You're
He's my
European,
favorite.
Axel. You know Doctor Who. All right, Nick, take it away. The wonderful world of psychotic comments.
Walt Disney presents...
All right, so the article, the misspelled Haunted Mansion door hanger.
Foolish.
Yeah, you're going to have to help me with this one. I don't understand this joke. So maybe it's crazy, maybe it's not. I don't know. Perhaps,
It's probably psychotic, given the name of the segment.
Perhaps they think horses are foolish.
They think what?
Horses are foolish. Is there a pun on the misspelling with horses? I don't know.
A baby horse is called
a foalish?
foal.
Is it?
So foalish, yeah.
Okay, there you go.
It was a horse joke. Did Mandy make that? That sounds like a Mandy.
No.
Okay, I'm disappointed, Mandy. That should have been you.
Disney Vacation Club to celebrate 30th anniversary with a We Go On musical streaming event. Thomas wrote, "Who the heck created the We Go On tagline? I realize COVID-19 has wrought havoc, but this just seems like an odd phrase to have associated with DVC. We go on and our maintenance fees go up."
That one, the DVC people did laugh.
Yeah. I just paid. It hurts.
Oh. I can't hear anything because my ears have been amputated.
I just want to put on this mask and take a nap after all that sugar.
That's why we
should
the
have a
nap
segment
discussion.
about
This is
it,
literally
yeah.
like this is the
Man,
fat guy
I
episode.
know.
We ate a bunch of donuts. We're going to talk about napping. Although, in fairness, every episode's the fat guy episode here on News Tonight.
Florida, the state of Florida cites Walt Disney World and NBA bubble in petition to host 2021 Olympics. Sean wrote, "It's just comical, so comical. Thanks for the entertainment. It is truly refreshing and makes my day to simply read the comments section of these articles. It's the modern day comic section of the newspaper. I love it." He said he was trying not to wake up his wife by laughing too hard at 3:36 a.m.
So, kids, a newspaper was this thing that...
Hector wrote, "It would be a very good idea to have you benefit the state of Florida for businesses and the hotel network, and has the NBA games as an example that everyone was a total success God wants."
Okay.
That's why we should bring the Olympics here.
God wants the Olympics in Florida.
Of course. Disneyland expected to reach historical attendance levels. Adona wrote,
Disneyland operated from 1955 to 2020, about the same time frame as newspapers.
Adona wrote,
A donut? When?
As long kind time.
What did a donut write?
Oh my God. Stop with the donuts. I can't.
Very donut focused tonight.
Oh, they're sitting in the
Maybe
other
it's because
room.
we ate, I don't know, 10 of them.
I'm sick. Adona wrote, as long kind tyrant is recalled, watch Disney open right up. Recall news scum if you ever hope to go to Disney again.
This is why I like donuts.
Do we have? Are we supposed to unscramble the words from that to make a coherent paragraph?
Nicolas Cage just showed up to try and figure that out.
Rosalva wrote, why is Disney making all these changes? Racist? Sexist? I don't know. All these changes. I like Pirates of the Caribbean the way it was because the men were chasing the women.
And you should go to Tokyo Disneyland, where all of that 1960s inappropriateness lives on. It's a beautiful park.
Disney Plus removes Aristocats, Peter Pan, all those movies from children's profiles due to negative cultural depictions. Rick wrote, since I don't have Disney stock, I rather don't care.
Okay.
Felt the need to write
I
that.
rather don't care.
That article
I'm going to make a Runaway Railway shirt that says that. I rather don't care. With Chubby. And Chubby's like smiling under it. Rather don't care.
In the article about the water park mask rules, Trent wrote, I love mask. At first I didn't, but now I'm addicted.
I love lamp. I love lamp.
Jack replied to Trent, I'm guessing you love the mask that much because no one can stand looking at your face.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
Bob replied, you're also filtering out lots and lots of oxygen, but don't worry, I don't think your brain needs it anyway.
Wow. These are mean.
It's getting a little mean in there.
These are mean.
Yeah. RJ wrote, I might as well avoid the water parks because mask rules in the water parks are more confusing than mask rules in theme parks.
They are.
Clara wrote, it's easy. If not in the water, keep the mask on. If chlorine doesn't kill it, nothing will.
Yeah, but the chlorine doesn't work like on the shoreline, right?
Robert replied, go drink some bleach.
Wow. Wow. Lauren's gone. That's it.
Matt wrote,
Go drink
I'm a
some
truck
bleach.
driver.
After those donuts, I might.
Matt wrote, I'm a truck driver. We come into contact with more stuff and people than anyone else. I'm not sick. I just wash my hands a lot. So, like us truck drivers, get back to work.
A truck driver who generally stays
in their
the truck
oh, God.
thinks they come into more contact than anyone else with other humans. I don't know, maybe medical professionals? A masseuse?
Maybe a temperature screener at Disney?
Anyone at Disney World?
All right, this is my favorite one. New Foolish Mortal couples shirt arrive at Walt Disney World. Sarah wrote, these wouldn't work for me. I prefer to stand on a guy's left, so the ghost would be pointing in the wrong direction.
Oh, man.
True. Oh, those are your comments.
Thank you, Nick. They did not disappoint. You were right. Okay. We just ate 10 donuts, so now let's talk about a nap. How about that?
Oh, yeah.
So the discussion was, like, obviously there are places in Disney parks people do go to nap, right? Carousel of Progress sometimes, even though that is egregious. The Hall of Presidents, that's a good one. I appreciate that one. I've fallen asleep in the American Adventure a couple times. I love the show, but it's long enough where you could get a good power nap in. But I don't want to talk about places we actually sometimes catch a nap in a Disney theme park. I want to talk about where, if you could, wherever you wanted in a Disney park, and please, for the love of God, keep it PG. If you can nap somewhere in a Disney park, where would it be? That is the discussion. So panel, I open the floor to all of you. Where are you napping?
I mean, it's the dream suite is number one, right?
My number one is, I don't know if anyone else is going to say my number one.
Pride
But
Rock.
Not the dream. No. The tiny. Wow.
All these bloggers on Pride Rock clawing at Tom Corliss, napping away.
And I'm on the top, yeah. I had Swiss Family Treehouse, the tiny bed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like the tiny bed. I think that would be cool. It's very serene. The music, you know, you hear the people kind of in the distance. You're up high, pretty views. I don't know, it just feels like you're blocked away from other guests. There's like a cage. I'm all right with this. I like this.
That's a good one. Yeah, I always thought, and people are throwing money at you just to sleep
Typically.
there. That'd be great.
Oh, you mean while I'm in the bed? Yeah.
I want to string a hammock up on the Tree of Life. That'd be fantastic.
That sounds dangerous.
Probably. I live on the edge.
You missed it. Nick was eating more donut during the commercial. He really does live on the end. Hadn't had enough.
I have a sugar rush right
Finish
now.
the rest of that Mounds donut.
But yeah, I think that'd be fun.
I think one of the caves in Tom Sawyer's Island.
Like hibernating?
Yeah, you might get stepped on.
Well, you know, like.
It brings me to a point, though, a great actual spot to take a nap, where I have intentionally gone to take a nap, it was the porch of Aunt Polly's.
Yeah,
right?
that's a good one.
Is there a better, I mean, that's a pretty good spot until the train blows that whistle right next to you. But that's...
If you could put like a cot on the riverboat while it's going around the river.
Now I get to bring bedding? I get to bring a cot?
This is a dream nap.
Oh, then yeah, for sure the caves in Tom Sawyer's Island. The one with like the waterfall. There's one all the way in the back.
Yeah, okay.
The little waterfall right there.
All right.
Yeah.
Does it matter what park?
Any in the world, doesn't matter.
Then I would go for the very cliche answer of Walt's apartment. Just
Yeah.
sneaking up there and saying like, hey, I'm going to take a little nap here.
That feels like such hollowed ground, though, that I don't know that I could nap. I'd feel so weird napping in there.
People napped in there.
Yeah, Walt
Unlike
did.
swinging from the Tree of Life, right?
That's our Lord and Savior. Not
That's the
napping
man-
in church.
That's the man who said no late checkouts. When he got up from his nap, and he said, Lillian, write this down. No late checkouts.
You know, like I can think of like 20 places at Disneyland Paris I'd want to take a nap. Like the second floor of the castle, somewhere up
Yes.
there.
And I think honestly, like the tree house, I think in
Yeah.
Disneyland Paris is even better.
It's the best one. I mean, not that that's the fight you want to win in Disney parks, but
No, but
they do have the best pirates
treehouse.
in Mansion, though.
If
so
you
I
want to
don't
take
know.
it, and what another one in Paris, like if in the waiting line of Indiana Jones, the ride sucks, but the,
the
line is great.
campsite.
The campsite,
Yeah.
where you have like you're in this tent and you have everybody waiting for the ride, and you're just napping away.
It's not a good ride, but that view is beautiful, especially at sunset every day. The sun hits that pyramid. It's really cool.
No, that campus is place to nap.
Colonel Hathie's Pizza Outpost. But it has to, like, the kitchen has to have been shut down for like weeks. Like, I don't need the smell of Colonel Hathie's Pizza
Well,
Outpost.
that's the case for now, and like the smell is just frozen buitoni pizzas.
But we've proven Cape May doesn't have the smell anymore. It's been closed long enough where that hallway no longer smells like fish. So we know after long enough that smell
goes away,
can subside. Yeah.
If I could stop traffic and just have a place to myself where I could be alone, Seabase Alpha.
Oh,
You know?
yeah.
Right there with the sharks swimming around.
That's a good one, yeah.
Talking about being underwater, being in the bed of Captain Nemo. In Paris, there's I think a nice nap there as well.
On that note, like Disney Sea, the 20,000 Leagues queue, it's down like by the water. It's down the bottom, and there's like a Captain Nemo office there. I just think about like the sound of the water crashing against the rocks and the little nautical noises. I don't know, I think that'd be fun. That'd be a good one. That's my aesthetic. Mysterious Island. That's a fun one.
I came unprepared. I really thought these were not hypothetical naps. I thought, I know the good places to really take a nap.
No, that's no fun. We want to know, like, if you could take a nap.
There'd be a few
I'm
rooms,
somewhat of a professional in this area.
a few rooms in Living with the Land, like the rainforest room, because you have the trickling water. It's nice and soothing there.
Oh, the house, right?
There's
The
no
house would be
LTE.
great, yeah,
It
like
doesn't
out on the
Upstairs of the
farm.
house, yeah.
Kills your stream every time.
Yeah, if we're going like hypothetical, like just dream, definitely Route 66 on Cars Land.
Yeah.
Just take a nap there.
Yeah.
Love that view.
The actual, like, in the cozy cone. Clear out the food. Sleep in that little
there.
kitchen.
The laughing place would be a good one. Just
Wow.
stop the boat in the laughing place. I'll sleep here. I'll
Where?
set my
It's all
cot up.
water.
No, you put your cot on top of your log and you sleep right there. I don't know. I can bring a floating bed if I want to, apparently. It's a dream world, magical dream world. We're living
Put your
in.
mattress over, like, the possum holes. You just hear just under the mattress. Get, like, a massage from them popping up.
Go set up a tent on the safari. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's basically Animal Kingdom Lodge, right? Yeah.
Well, yeah, but right there, out there with the animals, just nice
You don't
little
think they
tent.
bother you?
No, don't
Okay.
bother me.
The Ankoli cattle's not gonna come up and just, like, knock you over.
Because he spends the night before in the armory at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, getting strapped. He brings 5 firearms out there on the savannah with him.
Wolf, what do you got? I feel like you've been quiet.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking.
What Pixar places you want?
Right, that's the thing that I'm like, yeah, like I don't know, on the Ferris wheel of death.
So you can take a
California
nap
Adventure?
You're gonna
on
nap
Route
on-
66 one day. They put the truck on fire. Nice, cozy, and warm.
Yeah, wrong park.
Walt Disney Studios Paris. You know, in real life, you could nap wherever you want at Walt Disney Studios Paris. There's no one there. You just put a mattress down the middle of the street. No one's gonna bother you.
I mean, everybody's laughing. There's actual people taking benches away and taking a nap
Yeah.
wherever they want.
People are swimming in the fountains in Paris. So yeah,
It gets hot.
just
Take
people
a little nap at the
40 feet pre-COVID, 400 feet in one fountain.
at the Ratatouille restaurant. I take a nap there.
Oh, that would be nice. With the you're looking up at the giant Christmas lights.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if you could put a bet at Walt's,
Yeah.
could
Your
take-
second floor
you-
on Main Street.
Yeah, you choose your lands because like you have all the teams there. I would take a nap like at the Discovery Land dining room.
Someone said Pixar Pier.
See,
I don't know about that.
I don't know about Pixar Pier.
The West Wing. West Wing at Beast Castle.
I do like it.
The
I do
music's
like that.
pretty
That's a cool
calm
area.
and
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I would actually pick the other room, the Rose Gallery. I like the music in there a lot. It's very pleasant. The music box. Yeah. See what else people are saying.
I would love to just go lay out on one of the islands in the lagoon at the World Showcase. Out on the island, just so
before
Or maybe a barge.
Before the barge, yeah.
One of the barges.
So the showcase is surrounding you, and you're just laying on the grass. Out there on the
Stretching
island.
room, someone said.
Oh, that's a good one.
Stretching room. Yeah, no one brought up any mansion ones. I guess that's not really it's a
Scary
haunted
in
house.
there.
It's
Well, I
not
could
really-
go lay with a tombstone on my belly.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to fall
On a
asleep.
Oh man.
You can all laugh, but when I wake up with 2 pumpkin ladies next to me, you'll all be jealous.
You know.
Yes.
Look at
This is what happens when
Nick
there's no
is
women
dressed
on
like
the
a
show.
pumpkin lady today. He's all orange. Can't think of anything else.
I haven't been on Mystic Manor, but anywhere on Mystic Manor.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Like, I think that would be fun.
I think
that.
Tom would want to curl up with Shandu over there. At
There's
Sin-
nowhere good to nap in that.
Oh, on his
attraction.
little boat,
The bananas aren't big
on his
enough.
little
like-
ship. No. Just to be with your pal.
I tell you where, Hollywood Studios, that second floor balcony above 50s prime time. I want to live
Oh,
up
yeah.
there, but that would be cool to nap up there. You hear the water from Echo Lake, the music, yeah.
Explosions.
Not currently, but I could sleep through an indie explosion at this point.
I mean, but like if you skipper canteen, like in one of the skipper's offices.
Yeah.
Could just go upstairs.
You know those
like,
aren't real, right? They're just fake doors on the wall.
Stop ruining it. It's a fantasy.
It's going to open the door, it's just a wall behind it.
The,
Damn
the
it.
apartment above the 50s prime time is all real. Everything is there.
No, but the balcony's there. Like I could be on that balcony.
Muppet Theater.
Oh, Muppets.
Up there with Stadler and Waldorf.
Yeah.
Any other good ones?
A Star Wars land, like on some like just unsold merchandise, just
Lay on a bed of Grogu.
Unsold crap.
And that
Unsold Grogu
the bucket
plush.
of Baby Yoda plush, just sleep in it. Oh man.
There's enough space there.
There's a 50s primetime-esque balcony in Galaxy's Edge, like near Doc-on-Dars.
Yeah.
Like across from Rano, you can see like a balcony with a curtain. That'd be a good place too.
You know what's a nice place as well? The old radio studio in Discoveryland, Disneyland Paris. It's in Videopolis. It has like this vibe where you, like the Nautilus, like the window in the Nautilus that's rounded.
Yeah.
It looks out on, you know where, in Disneyland Paris, when you walk in between, you go to Star Tours.
Yeah.
There's Wally and Eve
The
right
statues,
there.
yeah.
Just up there, the side of
big
Videopolis,
window?
was a radio studio where you have a window that looks out on it.
Yeah.
Just
that would
like
be cool.
Having a place where you can like still nap and spot
Ideally,
people.
like a second or third story on some building. Like it's the thing we miss most in the parks is the change in elevation, especially the U.S. parks. There's not a lot of change in elevation due to ADA and cost and stuff. So a lot of stuff is just on the first floor. The coolest thing was just to see these places from like a higher vantage point, which is cool. Zen Garden in Japan. Someone said 21 Royal. It's a good one. The Droid Tub in Galaxy's Edge. It's a good one. Eric always instantly looks exhausted at 11 p.m.
That's true. That's
It's
true.
nap time.
Nailed
it. Any other ones before we wrap this thing up? Any other good ones?
So.
Oh, I like the Woody at Toy Story Mania and Tokyo Disney Sea.
The mouth?
Yeah, I
I'm gonna sleep in Woody's mouth.
Just like right in front of it. Right in front of it.
We're getting a little creepy now.
Yep.
I was thinking with the
11 o'clock.
with the zebra on the
Oh, you've
Jungle
opened the
Cruise.
door for Nick now. Here we go.
The zebra's taking a nap with the lions and the Jungle Cruise.
Oh,
It'd be
yeah,
nice
that's a
place.
sweet scene.
Yeah.
Sweet scene.
Plus, the zebra is a very politically correct animal because it's white and black at the same time. I mean, I get it's a zebra.
So
what
was
do you
Michael
want?
Jackson. I don't know.
He didn't.
Oh boy.
Lauren's just yelling roll credits.
The opinions
by the
expressed
way.
by Axel on this show do not necessarily reflect.
Thank God that Michael isn't here anymore. Like, oh no, I don't remember filming that.
All right.
Who's that
yep.
old rucker?
Okay, thank you. Thank you to our illustrious panel. If you're a WIGS member, we have a post show coming up for you, which based on how this is going, it should be pretty wild. And remember, kids, they don't want to hear about nutrition. Good night.